All right. Good evening, chat. From South Africa, at least. Good morning or good afternoon if you're anywhere else in the world. Welcome to the stream. Okay, we are live. We are live. I do apologize if I look somewhat like a hobo tonight, okay? There's a massive storm here in Cape Town, and it's really freaking cold. I won't lie, it's cold and wet. That's pretty much all the weather is, okay? Hey, yo, Headshot, welcome to the stream, man. Appreciate you popping by. I will join you in Discord in but a moment. Alright. So, chat, yesterday we went ahead and... well, we were grinding a bit of Genshin for the first time in, like... what was it? 3-4 months? I need to put my phone on charge. I mean, like, over 4 months. And we ended up... outside of the usual grind, we ended up doing some of the Sumuru Archon quests. And I progressed a little bit after stream yesterday. And I figured, you know what, let's just like hold off a little bit on the overall grinding for tonight. And we just carry on a bit of the story. Because now I'm kind of invested and I'm kind of caught up with everything that's going on. So, we're going to be doing that tonight. And then I'm going to be joined by a mate of mine in Discord. Just chilling, you know, doing the regular, the usual vibes. Just as, I suppose, a way of catching you guys up to where I am, really. Let me just turn my headset volume up. You guys can hear this. This is the latest cutscene that I captured, basically. So yeah, Chad, that's pretty much where I left off personally. I think either earlier this morning or last night. Okay, that's pretty much all the context I can really provide, because let me just be clear here. I did not actually keep track of a lot. As a matter of fact, I was watching NoahJ456 play Mortal Kombat 1. Or I was playing through the story, but I'm kind of invested because I know what's pretty much going on. Welcome, Ashen Dragon. Welcome to the stream, man. Appreciate you having me back after... when did I stream? Saturday. So it's been like a day or so. What did I play through that yesterday? Wait. Well, it was Saturday, right? Damn, yesterday flew by fast in that sense. It was Saturday. And I made a couple of changes to the stream. Hopefully the quality is improved. I'll be looking through it in a little bit. As well as my microphone audio have improved a little bit. I've been working quite a bit throughout today and yesterday. Just trying to fix a few things and improve a few things, since I'm pretty much back for the first time streaming on Saturday full time. Gotta use Wonder in the party. Of course, man. Of course. He is literally, well, he's a goat, but it is also one of my main characters. So he's going to be in the party. I don't know if I'm going to actually get to the point of actually facing Scaramouche tonight. It might maybe on tomorrow's stream only. But I'm going to definitely try to get to that point. Hold on, let me unmute Discord. Hey, yo. Are you there, Jason?
Hey, what's up, man?
There he is.
Could just stream on full fucking volume.
Why though? Oh, you can't hear me over the stream. Okay.
No, I can hear you. It's just I'm deaf.
Okay. Need some hearing aids. Hold on. I think I have my Genshin volume turned down like entirely over here. I can exit Steam. We did manage to buy Modern Warfare 3. I nearly said 4. Modern Warfare 3, we did manage to buy that. Where's my Genshin audio? Hello? My audio tab has just completely disappeared apparently for Genshin. Not good. Not good at all. Got Spotify up there. Got Discord up there. Where's my Genshin? My Genshin just does not exist at this point in time. I'm gonna get the audio up now, chat. I think I might just have to restart my game. But basically, since the last time we played, also I don't have my cam on. My apologies. There I am. We managed to get the reputation for Sumeru. Although I made absolutely zero progress in this exact context because the battle pass has ended and there's kind of I don't want to push it right now. I'll be pushing a little bit when the next battle pass comes out. Outside of that, if the audio still has not... Okay, the audio has still not appeared for some reason, so I'm gonna go ahead and restart my game real quick. How you been, dude?
Quiet.
Quiet.
Been yeah.
Just resting a bit on a long weekend.
Yeah, flip it. Had a nice long afternoon nap, realizing how fucking tired I actually am.
I wish I could take naps. Unfortunately, it does not work. Not with ADD meds. I'd like to check here.
I'm heavy echoing on your stream, dude.
Echoing? Are you sure you're not hearing yourself? Oh, I see. I've got my headset volume still on, that's why. That is most likely why. I need to remember to just turn that off. I can see somewhat of an improvement on the stream quality. I feel it could be better. Oh well, it's a work in progress.
By the end of this week, my internet will be better.
Alright, now my Genshin audio is back up and running. I don't know, the setting just completely disappeared, but now it's back. It will be fine in like on stream because of the way I have things set up, but I won't have any audio. Basically. Chat, if there's any audio missing or anything that's weird, just let me know. I am still getting back into the swing of the whole streaming. Right. It's low back in. So yeah, we got Sumeru. We got the Sumeru reputation unlocked now. Although I'll only be doing that on like Wednesday onwards. Although on Wednesday I might stream CS because I think CS is coming out. CS2 is fully coming out on Wednesday. Let's just check.
I haven't even fixed the fucking glitches yet.
No, so one thing that I found really interesting was what Shroud mentioned. You know Shroud?
No.
He's like OG professional. But
Streamer.
he used to be a professional CS player and everything. So one thing he mentioned is that the build we have, the limited test build, and the actual full release of the game may be two different builds, which is something that they're likely to do. So the full version may not be completed, although it's working. So it's different in a sense. And then the limited test is where they're just trying out different things. They testing things, and then they change it to the build. So here you go, chat. On the official CS, They just tweeted, "What are you doing next Wednesday?" And I think they tweeted this on, well, September 20th, 5 days ago. So obviously that means this Wednesday. So they kind of just teasing, you know, CS2 may be coming out. So that's pretty interesting. So I might be streaming that on Wednesday, but we'll see.
Putting your stream on mute.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Yeah, chat. Again, we have reputation now. Although I'm not going to be doing... I can do my weekly bounties and stuff right now. But I want to wait for the battle pass, because I believe the next battle pass is going to also drop like Wednesday. And I don't want to, like, you know, do this or any of the other things I would usually do now, because maybe the battle pass drops and it doesn't track. So then I end up, you know, losing all of the stuff I could have done for this week. So instead we're just gonna be grinding the quest, chat, the quest. Stream looks fine, no frame drops. I am recording and streaming at the same time, so I'm testing some things in that regard as well. Making sure everything runs smoothly whilst I'm doing that. Now, from that cutscene that I did play, I'm a bit more progressed, in a sense. I'm currently... I think that was pretty much the beginning of Chapter 3, Act 4, or the end of Act 3, and I am currently... like, I'm entering the desert, in a sense. I'm currently Chapter 3, Act 4, like, a bit progressed into it, so... and we are kind of getting into the desert now, outside of Sumeru, so... things are progressing rather quickly.
Too slow. Squall fury.
Justin, just let me know if my audio echoes at all.
I will do so.
Oh, it is.
Is this the place? It's in terrible shape. And there's sand. Monsters! Watch out!
And it's
Ow.
a hospital. Why do I not remember that? You're doing a different quest than what I did.
I'm not sure.
No, I do remember this place.
I will not know. This is the first time I've been here.
I do know that place.
Oh boy. Okay.
Guys are easy.
Just use this to heal up my characters a little bit.
Let me scribe.
The wind rises.
Alright.
They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected.
Even Paimon said they were easy.
Bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? Or, you know, something like that. He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
Of course he does, Paimon. I don't think I've ever seen a hive him smile.
This is the one. Let's go in and take a look.
As fuck all here, my dude.
Hey, we haven't found squat. Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then,
Does a hive him always sound like this, chat?
I'm taking a break.
I feel like he has, like, sounds different.
He sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read? What are you reading? Let Paimon see.
I was forgetting in the Zoom until I found a cryo assassin mage and ran away. Almost dying. Like the regular cryo mages?
The natural position,
Or am I thinking of something else?
which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion, in contrast with an object in forced motion? Huh? When free from external influences, every entity
Not that bad.
What?
But I
tendency
get.
to follow its
I mean, it's kind of just like the ruin grader when you first start playing the game.
You got that?
You know, they're extremely difficult, but when you level up a bit, they're really not.
How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this.
Wait, well, Hyphem is a scholar, right, chat? So, I mean, it's not that surprising.
Hey, Paimon's your Tibet travel guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already. But anyway, it's not Paimon's fault that the books people read in Sumeru are so complicated.
And just like that, chat, it's nighttime. Where'd the sun go?
Paimon's getting so sleepy.
Wait, there's a crying sound.
What was that sound?
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
Underneath the floor, in the very big, obvious
My
hatch.
game just...
Hmm?
What the fuck? My game just
From
kicked me out.
below.
But there's no way we
But
can get
why?
out there.
I wonder how you didn't see this earlier in the daylight. Oh wow, something's off. Maybe the giant wood contrasts to the brick floor. Weird.
Hmm.
Very weird.
As I
Would have
thought.
never thought.
There's a hidden structure.
Wow.
They did not make an effort on that.
Not at all, dude.
To this one.
It's copy and pasted
Oh,
crappy
looks like
texture.
there are mechanisms around here.
Yeah, they'll never notice it. Keep exploring. Dude, it's literally just a barrier. You took one down earlier. Let me guess, there's probably another entrance. Oh wow, there it is right there. Could never get... Where the hell is this, Okay, there's multiple of them, I see. No, and there's a big-ass opening right there. Only one thing to do, chat. You're actually gonna have to change a character for once. How do I change my party again? I completely forget. I have mine keep binded somewhere else. It's not P. Which one would it be?
Supposed to be P.
Not P for me. I changed
Why did
mine.
you change it?
Not J. J is that. L? Okay, it's L. Excuse me, chat. It's still been a while, okay? I've still not really gone through this whole party setup screen. Let's go with the useless Archer version 2.0.
Everything's ready. Let's go.
After her even more useless predecessor, Amber. When does that unlock? Wait. Around the hospital. Okay, but we did that though.
Wait, I teleported all over here?
Aren't one of these supposed to open?
What the hell?
Okay, after I defeat them, right.
Fucking like,
I'm stuck on something. Reinforcements.
let's see. And
I must leave no stone unturned.
all underground. I love this fucking farming.
The wind rises.
Oh, that should be enough. Okay, then the final one should be up here, chat. There's a big ass entrance there, but I'm gonna use my brain and open these first. Ah, Wander is so useful. Hey guys. I unfortunately don't have anything useful, but I can, I guess, cause burn damage with this useless character. Get down, freaking bird. Okay. Alright, well that was easy.
Mysterious.
Let me just change my character before I get stuck with Amber. Ah, flawless.
This is how.
As always. This is definitely... Yep, breakable. I could have just gone down here, but I opened it anyways. Oh well, chat. Nothing to lose. Oh, well, never mind. I freaking died, so I guess I have a lot to lose. This is even the right... Like, I'm supposing this is the right way to go, but at the same time we also opened the actual entrance, so... What's the other... Oh, it's a crab. Scarab. Scarab? Scarab. Why am I saying scarab? What the hell's wrong with me? Alright, Chad, let's just go through the... I guess the game wanted me to go through this secondary tunnel. Is this even like... I'm highly doubtful this even the right way to go, Chad, because I think I've got an entrance marker right there for this place. So I'm gonna go back through the actual entrance. I don't have my map, my ah, shit. No, I can get up there. I don't have my interactive map open, otherwise I'd go for that chest right now, but then I have to, like, struggle to mark it again later on. Andra, hello, you good, fam?
Squall and Fury.
Alright, let's go for the proper entrance. Watch how I get back into the boldly now, chat, and then the entrance is still gonna be closed. I would not be surprised at all. Ancient key. Yeah, no, the entrance is open, so... I'm guessing you could go through either way. I'm not gonna read through all of this. I'm just checking it with collectibles.
Too slow.
Weak shifts, blah blah blah. Redacted. Old vase. Cool, I guess.
Look, there's someone over there. Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
Wait.
Casually crying in a corner.
You're...
You good, fam?
Speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather. Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life.
This is just me a Paimon, the biggest, like, Captain Obvious
Leaving that question
you could ever
aside for
meet
the
in your
moment,
life.
him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
exploded with people?
That is one possibility.
Casually
It
dragging
looks like they were
corpses
in a
out, chat?
hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught.
Nah, doubtful. Not in a game like this.
In their haste, they failed to notice Razak hiding in a corner. The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos.
Dude, I swear this dude...
Don't you think his
Oh, life him
symptoms
sounds
look familiar?
different from the first time we spoke with him. Oh, that's what they're recalling to.
Oh, now
I think
that
we
you
did this
mention
on
it,
Saturday,
they're
chat.
acting the same
That
way.
specific cutscene.
Correct.
If I'm not mistaken.
The academia is behind all of this.
Either that or I
Is
did
it
it
difficult to
yesterday.
deduce their rationale? First, the academia spread a false rumor of King Deshret's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aru village. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the academia. As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the academia. All the risks and responsibilities
How
are
many of
offloaded
this
onto
do I
King
need?
Deshret's followers.
45.
Life for the desert dwellers.
45 what?
Brutal ever since King Deshret's death years ago.
What do you call the seed
Beneath the
that you
surface,
collect in
feelings
Sumeru?
of desperation are
Sand grease pooper.
Many would give everything they have.
I need to
for
spat
the
on my
prospect
water
of
when you
something
said that.
better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises.
They call me
Some
off guard.
seed that you get only in the desert.
Oh, okay. Let me guess, for
Yeah.
leveling up. I think I need them to
Yep.
level up while I'm from.
A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone.
Wait, he
in it
uses
from
the
west
same?
of
I think
Sumeru
so, yeah.
will make sure of that. The notion of an
And then he uses one of the desert bosses.
It may
Like
seem
a giant
simple
sandworm.
strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current
Yeah,
circumstances.
that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But there's still one very important question. Wasn't
I'm
it the
here at the
academia that
boss
brought the
right
scholars to
underneath
Aru
the
village
fucking
in the
sand.
first
Yeah.
place? Why
I'm
did
trying
they
to
giant
avoid
worm.
him because all I need
Throughout
is that
this
fucking
process,
The
seed.
stuff around him,
one thing
yeah.
has changed. The scholars'
Like, as
identity.
long as you don't walk towards the
First,
center.
they were scholars. Then they became
And I'll
lunatics.
survive.
After that,
I'm a
they were
survivor.
exiles.
I'm a
exile
survivor.
is still
I will
bad
come
being a
get
living
it. Something
being.
say, and I'm not gonna.
But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question. If you can't find someone, you have no way.
No,
What
chat,
is
I'm not
this?
worried
Yeah.
about copyright. I don't remember the lyrics.
Making people an ideal resource.
Resource? For what exactly?
Their knowledge,
One
Paimon.
possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Wow.
Extracted?
Obvious.
Canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
Oh, my
With
soul.
the technology of the Sumeru Academia, it's entirely possible. Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night when no one is watching them.
So, the human brain... Nope, nah, Paimon doesn't want to think about this.
Man, where do you think knowledge came from, Paimon? My
I'm the
word.
Academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects.
Still on that, huh?
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
Judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule
So dumb.
were extracted from his mind. But something went wrong in the process. Or perhaps
So dumb.
his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Oh no, I never used Candace's charged attack.
Anyone's brain?
Candace?
The ability. Yeah, Candace.
And this dick fitting. No, I don't know what you're talking about, though.
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer.
Academia needs people who have been exposed to the divine consciousness.
That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to. However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from divine knowledge? The academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge, but what is their ultimate goal?
What do you
I've
mean?
spent quite some time
Forbidden
trying to
knowledge.
analyze the
Doesn't that
contents of
sound
the divine
enticing
knowledge
enough?
capsule, but to no avail.
Like, hello?
It seems like my way of thinking is too different from theirs.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
Thank you, Paimon.
All scholars seek to
My
expand
word.
the horizons of knowledge.
For as smart as
I'm
this
not
dude is, he's
particularly
really
interested in
stupid.
gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people as if they were
He's kind of like
lifeless objects.
Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory.
If this is the direction
Really
academic
smart, but
progress,
not in the
then
terms of like
academia may
the
as well
normal
shut its doors.
humans and how we
Sounds like you're
like
really against all this.
we operate
Of course.
as a
There's not a lot of
society.
people
Actions run
Exactly,
contrary to
it's
their
just
rules.
straight logic.
Whether it be
no
academics
emotion.
or knowledge, everything has its boundaries.
Should just use Paimon as emergency
Those lines
ration.
across,
Secrets
the
aren't safe
rules and
around her.
order that govern everything in the world will be
It's really
destroyed.
not. She like spits out
This matter needs to be
like
corrected.
secrets and all that
Just
type of
like
stuff
fixing
like
a typo in a
way
book.
too often.
Wait, didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those
No, Paimon.
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of
Oh,
suffering in
I've reached
Sumeru,
the end of
and the
this
same
line.
can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well.
Now to go back.
What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
Yes.
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
Murders are more specific and personal.
You can say that. Simply
I
put,
suppose I have to
I don't
read
blindly place my
everything
faith in the
that
strength of
Traveler
heroism.
says because she
I
doesn't
do what I
speak.
want. The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Though he rejects the notion of greater moral responsibility, he justifies his action. Hold on, too fast. Someone like him might actually make for a better ally.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while.
Way too often in the worst possible timing. True.
You're
True.
not one of them. You're their weirdo.
Not a big guy.
You're a
How
weirdo.
you doing?
Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Facts.
Wow.
The first thing you saw,
Way to think about
you
it.
saw what?
Paimon's really
He
impressed.
said that actually made sense to me.
If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that.
Not to float my boat, but people like me more. It's basically what he's saying there. So what do we do with
It
him?
won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us. We'll work out our next step after we
Back to
return
where I'm
our
not
village.
supposed to go.
I think I got something stuck on my teeth, chat. Apologies.
Anyone?
Not like between my teeth, like on my tooth. You'll know what I mean. I can feel it. Anything back here? No, just some more stuff to read about. No chests or anything. Alright. Let's go.
Quick, follow.
Oh fuck.
What is glowing like that? Oh, it's the thing above me, right? I could have also just TP'd out.
Oh crap. Where the heck am I supposed to go?
Hold on, chat. I got something stuck on my teeth. Here we go. All good.
There's no
Obviously, I'm
such
not gonna
thing as
do that
being
on
free in
stream.
this world.
Ow.
Even the wind cannot blow on forever.
Even the wind cannot blow on forever. A Hypham is literally Wanderer.
We're back!
Emotionless.
You must be tired.
Too bad there isn't an option to throw
Rest.
Paimon
Take
back
some water.
and catch her later, which she's big head.
What's the situation?
I don't think she grows, dude. She's a celestial being in a sense. I don't think she gets older or bigger. Like she doesn't grow up.
Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
That's my belief, at least. She has to be a couple like 1,000 years old, but doesn't have any memory of her previous life. After all, we don't really know Paimon's story. But just like taking a glance at her, you know, the fact that she floats, she got this whole like space in her eyes and a cape and everything. She's definitely a celestial being.
Yep, pretty much.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived.
I mean, we
at the
really don't know
village,
much about her.
since
So,
divine Canton knowledge has been in circulation for a while now. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why is that?
Yeah, why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst.
oh, she's sexy. I can't lie, Chad.
One of us could be secretly revealing our
Oh,
whereabouts
Candace.
to the
I'm literally
Academia.
talking to her right now. Okay. That's why I don't know. I don't know the character.
Huh? Are our
Yes, Chad. I'm saying that an anime character is hot. Okay, don't judge me.
Looks like none of you have realized
You guys agree.
wherein lies the issue.
Here to share your thoughts.
Sino, you're the
Just
reason why
say
we can
yes.
predict our
Just say
movements.
yes.
Here we go.
Just not an agree, Chad.
supposed to mean?
Not an agree.
Choose your next words very carefully.
Oh,
Simple
Sino.
logical inference. I have my reasons.
Captain Obvious
So
number
what you're
2.
saying is,
Outside of Paimon.
Sino's the mole. Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Alhaitham, since you were always acting alone.
I know. You have a point. But I
Alright.
realize
I've
something
done
is
this
in the
entire
return
cave
from the
now.
hospital.
Oh wait, there was a hole.
Sino isn't like any of us.
I need to jump into the
What
hole.
are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are
And
required
this is
to
fun
have
to
all the
play
facts
too.
available, including
I wouldn't know. I
safety
unfortunately don't
details.
have her.
Simply put,
I've got what now? Like
academia has traditionally
Candace.
allowed you access to a wealth of
Candace.
sensitive
Yeah.
information.
She is cool. She
Knowing
is
their modus
quite cool.
operandi, wouldn't you
I have a
expect them
character
to take
design.
precautions against you? If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The academia is monitoring me?
It's not that simple. The academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol.
She
for
uses a
dealing
bow
with you.
staff, right?
Every so often comes on Yagarbaha Day.
Polar
On
arm.
this day,
Yeah,
the
most
academia
bow
enters
stuff.
information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing a thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
You're saying that the academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added
Did
into
you
the
just-
Akasha.
The Akasha is capable of computation. The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would
Yeah, and
follow,
shield. She's got a
your
shield?
destination.
Or is it like
It knew
like
all
a
of
ability
this.
shield?
Her ability. Yeah, no.
My
She
every
has the
move.
ability shield.
The
Okay,
academia
okay.
has been
Similar
watching
to
you
like
long before you
Zhongli and
However, the fact that you resigned is proof that
like
their
my
suspicions
Noelle,
were
etc.
well-founded.
And then she's
that's
Yeah.
how it
she's her
is.
spear. Okay.
Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's
So
actually
she's a
thorn
tank
in his
character.
side. Tenacity of will and
Yeah.
steadfast faith are worthless to the academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
Oh, she's got such a good voice actor too, Chet. Oh my
Stayed
god.
Because of me.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
Chet, like Her versus Dea. Okay.
Oh. You saw
Why
me
is that
from
button
that
not?
distance.
Oh, that's wrong. Her versus Dea, chat.
I have an idea.
I messed up my keybinds.
Those
Ignore
two
that.
work fucking together, dude.
You predicted my movements.
Hey, you can't have both,
Be able to
alright?
guess where they went.
Can't have your cake and eat
You
it.
bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity for safety after danger passes.
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it now! If the Academia is trying to avoid Sino...
I don't like Dea, as in terms of like her character, her character design, her voice acting, all of that is really cool. One step behind him, even though I'm not really highly paying attention to what they're talking about right now. But like, I don't like playing Dea, but like, I like her character. You're getting smarter, Paimon. That is the most casual insult I've ever. Speaking of Dea, there she is. I don't even know.
I must go.
I didn't even notice.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! After him! Please, wait! I want to go too!
Who the fuck is this little kid?
You want to go too? If so, you have to promise you'll stay safe.
I want to find Grandpa. I promise I'll be careful and not cause any trouble.
Yes, let's take the little child into
I leave
warfare.
him in your hands.
Great idea. Or and I just agree. Alright.
Yay!
Oh,
Let's
crap.
go!
I love it, dude.
Pack some food with you.
Yes, we don't know where we're going or the situation or what dangers we may encounter along the path. Let's just take a child. That'll be fine.
I'll be awaiting your good news.
Please do wait for me. Excuse me, what? As we dumb chat. No, it's only 100. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say it's only 170 meters, but we can teleport there. No, we can't. Okay. Yeah, I forget that Sumeru has these things, right? Easy transportation. Can we reach this one? Oh yeah, we can. Nice. This is so cool. I wish these things were like throughout the entire map, honestly.
So, where do we go from here?
We literally just left the place. I know. Do you remember the route you took?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
Dude, the desert is as big as like the entire map, excluding Inazuma. Where in the desert?
Back of my hand.
Sure you do, kid.
Is that because you play here a lot?
You all realize, like, that's the desert, right? It's bigger than freaking Sumeru. The desert in its entirety, including the new expanded area, is most likely Sumeru combined with Leeway, my guy. And he was like, yeah, I know the desert. Like it's back of my hand. No, you don't. Why is one of the 5-star... What?
Yep.
Why is one of the 5-star characters' background red, not gold? Oh. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Where are they? I don't think it shows up for me. I don't think it will, at least, because I don't think it's gonna... If you don't have them, we won't really show. That was an exclusive character, I think, to... either it was time limited or it was a PlayStation exclusive or something a long while ago. From... What's that game with the mechs? When you were a chick, that story game, you played it. Hey, Jason.
Which game is that?
That story was like in the future and all the animals are like mechs and robots.
Oh, Horizon Dawn.
Yeah, Horizon. Okay, so I don't think it's the New Dawn one or whatever, but like the original Horizon game, it was like she's a featured character. The main character from Horizon is in this. Was added into the game as a 5-star, but you can no longer get her. And it was either a time limited event or it was like a PlayStation exclusive thingy. Similar to
It's still sad.
the and she's actually a pretty good character. Are you gonna like hurry up, please? She's actually a pretty good character from what I saw. So not one I'd use because she's mainly like bow and arrow, and I don't like bow and arrow characters, but that's the only reason why there's a red 5-star.
What's this?
It's buried in the sand. Looks like we'll need to roll up our sleeves and do some work.
You don't have sleeves, I from.
Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work.
I wasn't time complaining, Paimon.
Hey, so we have to dig it out?
Paimon, you literally do nothing besides float behind me. I don't know why you complain about doing work. With some effort, you managed to retrieve the buried objects.
These are likely fragments of an academia-developed device, something akin to a headset. Looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way because there are device fragments scattered around here. Let's split up and search the area. Chances are that we'll find other things nearby.
Everyone goes in different directions and starts digging in the sand. After a short while, you dig up another device nearby.
Is this what we're searching for? It looks kind of scary.
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge.
How did it end up buried in the sand? That can't have been part of the plan. They must have been attacked along the way.
Wait, what? Grandpa, I hope you're okay. Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be fine.
You don't know that.
Razak didn't display any signs of starvation or dehydration, which means that they left fairly recently.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. Given that the device had been entirely covered by sand, I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
I agree.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone far.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to the best way I could show it. Probably like within one of the characters' dressing rooms. The wing glider, like this one right here. Is it this one? No, that's the new Fontaine one. Which one is this one right here? Like, this is a PlayStation. I want this set of wings if I can, but unfortunately I don't have a PlayStation. Specifically for Wander, because it suits him so damn well. But yeah, basically there are exclusive items in the game. This one is pretty much a permanent reward for PlayStation Network players. Or as long as you sign your Genshin account in on PlayStation. But there are those type of things in the game, just not a lot of them.
Running on sand is so tiring.
Paimon, you're literally not running on the sand.
Flying, aren't you, Paimon?
Thank you, Isaac.
Flying over sand tiring too?
No, it's not. She's dramatic.
Of course it
How am I supposed to fight this thing?
I don't remember the heal in a while.
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Look at his ears, Paimon. Of course he does.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do. Need me to...
I knew it. That's our Dia.
This is gonna be like a broken telephone where the thing she says or they say is incorrect and we just misinterpret it. And Isaac ruins it, of course.
Huh? Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? Why are you on their side?
Well, look who's here. Ain't that something?
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru village?
No, she probably hasn't.
This is the great General Mahamatra. Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew. Seen for yourself, I have the means and methods, and my ideals are far more admirable than theirs.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia?
Told you, broken telephone. Everything's gonna be misinterpreted.
Shut it, Paimon.
Damn.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing can deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting King Deshret. Once our Lord of Old returns to this land,
They are just straight
we
up
will
just
have a
say
new
shut up to
beginning.
Paimon.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone. Have all your years as a merc taught you nothing about placing hopes in a ruler?
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of King Deshret. Whether I live by the edge of the
Hold on,
sword
Chad, do you
or
think
in
maybe
peaceful
my
comfort, my soul will
camera will be
always
better up
carry
here?
this conviction.
It's not too late yet.
Let's put up
The
there
village
instead.
mad scholars aren't gonna bring King Deshret back to life.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life. Even if the chance of success is 1 in a million, we must be willing to give everything we have.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia?
God.
Even if they end up disbanding the Eremites? Your Eremites, which you've worked so hard for all these years?
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. The sun and the moon no longer shine here. All you see now is cracks in this desiccated land. But fate has finally dealt me a hand to play against the Academia. With these scholars in our custody, we'll stomp the Academia's forces and fight our way beyond the wall of Samiel.
Ridiculous. Think about it. The Academia controls the entirety of Sumeru. Your powers are negligible in comparison. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these 2 men. They're also against the Academia, but neither of them are as arrogant as you are.
They look more like pawns of the Academia to me. Why would I listen to anything the people of Greater Lord Rukkhadevada have to say? Filthy traitors. Your god abandoned all honor and betrayed King Deshret. We desert dwellers will never trust the likes of you.
It's impossible to communicate with someone so hostile.
True.
Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the Academia?
Huh? Al-Haifa?
These people have no value as bargaining chips. But I could be persuaded to take their place as your next
The
hostage.
moon is right there. I don't know
These
what shit
scholars
those
were
dudes
exiled
talking
from the
about.
Academia. I, on the other
I
hand,
get he
am
was
their current
like speaking
spy and will
metaphorically,
be a
but damn.
much greater asset to you.
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to trade places with the hostages, do you?
Precisely. Any wise person would gladly accept my offer.
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars, perhaps even find out the truth.
We're saving them in the
Okay.
You
end.
can talk me over with that confident look of yours.
I'm not trying to persuade you. I'm using this as a means of joining forces against the Academia.
You are the scribe. What do you have against the Academia?
Why did you go and
Not
jump
all
there?
desert dwellers believe in King Deshret, and the same applies to the Academia. Why must all knowledge seekers approve of the Academia's way of doing things?
Fair enough.
You Academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just like everyone else on the other side of that wall. I've made myself clear enough. I won't listen to another word from the Dendro Archon's people.
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty promises.
You know you
It's
made
Al
an
Haifam.
impulsive decision,
Okay.
right?
Elohim.
Good.
Fair enough.
Raman,
Just call him
hear me
L.
out. These people are my friends. Maybe you
Or just
have
call him
some
Ham.
followers
I'm
of the
gonna call
Dendro
him Ham.
Archon at their word. But what about me? Do you trust me?
We've known each other for years. Of course I do.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their honesty with my right arm.
Get to the other side.
Come on, Raman, don't be a coward. If you're serious about taking on the Academia, you need to steel yourself. You can't be afraid.
Actually, steel. Okay,
And
steel
armed
as in
from the
metal.
Flame Maiden.
Right.
You've piqued my interest. But what if you refuse to
Oh, boy.
oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here.
We've literally done this all night. That's how long this conversation has been going on. It's daylight.
You're not wrong, but
It's
this is
literally
different.
daylight
I
now,
promised
Chad.
my friends that we'd bring
We've
back
gone the
village
entire
keepers
night doing
together.
this.
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Damn.
Don't listen to him. He's not even trying to negotiate.
Just kick his ass and go get the hostages.
Difficult.
Please.
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me.
No, it's not.
Rahman, I'm holding up my end of the deal here. You'd better not let me down.
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
Yeah, it won't happen, Chad. Come on. It's a PG game.
No. Dia, what are you gonna do? Think of something.
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
Do it.
Yeah, no. That's not gonna happen. Suspense for nothing, Chet.
Stop.
Knocking me further down.
That man was already cut in. What do you mean stop? Too late to
What's wrong?
stop.
Can't do it?
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own fingers.
No, I'm pretty sure it
Where's
is.
the sense in cutting my own kin to pieces? You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert at noon tomorrow.
Very well.
Ha.
Phew. I was really counting on him not going through with it.
Dia! That was crazy. Have you all lost your minds? What if he'd actually cut your arm off?
You wouldn't have Paimon.
And I just
Again,
have to hold my
PG.
claymore with my left arm.
Oh my word.
Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out on a limb, you gotta double down to seal the deal, you know?
Ah yes, out on a
Don't ever
limb.
make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes
The
of them.
puns.
If it came down to it, you would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. There's a lot more where they came from. Even if we got rid of one bunch of radicals, there are others out
For the
there.
last time, Bob,
Wiping them out
we
would do more
don't
harm.
maim the hot chicks. Facts.
As you wish.
I'm
You
sorry,
cannot be doing
Dia.
that.
I should have stayed put and listened. I should have trusted you.
It's okay. I promised you. I'd
Okay, on the
never
other
do
hand,
that,
Chad, I
so
would
I'll
choose
do
Dia
whatever
over
it takes.
Candace.
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar material.
Huh? Are you serious?
The air
Well, it's still a
once said
difficult
that I was a
decision.
lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be successful in research.
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself? Okay, let's get moving.
Sorry,
Should
Chad.
head back to the
I
village
said
myself.
that's just how he is.
Today was just a
I forgot
trial
I need to
run.
read the stuff
Noon
out.
tomorrow is gonna be the hard part.
Oh my word. I can't read that fast. What are the chances of mistakes? What are the stakes? Yada yada yada. I wasn't paying attention for a moment. Sorry, Chad. Got distracted by nothing. Okay, wait until the following morning, 6 to 8 a.m. Yeah. Go 5 minutes past 6. Yeah, that's a good one, Ash. For the last time, Bob, we do not maim the hot chicks. We do not do that here. Quoting Black Panther. We don't do that here.
There's no need to exchange pleasantries. Behold!
Oh, we got Candace and they are here. Oh boy.
You're all here so early.
Looks like we have everyone here. Isak, are you sure you
There it
want to
is.
come with
There
us?
it is.
His name's Isaac.
I'll watch from a
Minus
safe
1 point
distance.
for Dea.
Dia, I want to be there to bring Grandpa home.
Okay, let's go then.
How do I
Dia,
destroy
wait.
that thing? It's irritating.
Dea,
What's the
Dea.
matter?
Okay, Dea.
I heard that you were quite reckless yesterday. No more of that today, understood?
Okay, nah, chat.
Very upset with you.
Nah. For real, Candace is
Fine.
better. Just the voice alone. Okay, chat. That's enough. Okay, can we stop playing Smash or Pass with frickin' Genshin characters?
No.
Final decision. Okay, Candace. That's the final choice I'm making. But it's all the voice. All in the voice, Chad. Can you not walk this way? I'm not really interested in a fight between you and Free, whatever the hell those things are. I want to call them fat, but it's kind of rude.
Well, Dea is level up to the max.
Nice. I think I've got a level 20 and that's about it.
Oh, I've got it at 18 now.
Wasn't a year before? I was doing exploration in the inside of
They
this.
got here
I think.
before us.
Uh-oh. Is it because Paimon overslept by
Alright,
5
I'm gonna
minutes
go
and
for a
woke
smoke. Be
everyone
right
up?
back. BRB.
Alright. You don't have to admit that, Paimon.
Is everything ready?
Absolutely. Although,
Hmm.
you brought fewer people
Me drink
than
the
I
water.
imagined.
Bring him over.
I was about to say, is that Grandpa?
Why is there only one of them?
Raman, I've always thought of you as a man of his word. What's this about?
It's a one-for-one exchange. Sounds fair, don't you think? And let me put it this way. Agreeing to any kind of deal with the Dendro Archon's people is already a huge compromise on my part. Don't you think you've asked enough?
You stay right there!
Are we fighting? Can I finally beat this guy up? Oh, cutscene. Woo!
Playmate! What do you think you're doing? Don't you see this blade here?
You coward! Why are your hands shaking?
Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
No, it's the Dendro Archon. Huh. Well, that just happened.
Paimon's dizzy.
That initial walk, though? Okay, chat, this is becoming more difficult, man. No, I locked in my decision for Candace. I can't change. Bob, don't even start. I'm still pissed about that. Dude, he be playing games. Look what happened to him. Is everyone okay? I'm not gonna shout or chat. Is everyone okay?
This day's going just great.
What a nuisance.
I'm pretty sure things are
Sand
fine,
collapsed.
okay?
I saw an energy field. The village keeper protected us. It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said, it may well have been the remains of Lesser Lord Kusanali's power inside the scholar's body.
No doubt. You Oh, excuse me, Chad. You finally believe me.
The Dendro Archon. The present one.
Grandpa? Grandpa? Oh no, he's getting confused again.
Hey, look around you.
Did there used to be a temple here?
No, yes, we are underground in front of the temple entrance, alright?
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, it exposed these underground structures.
Thank you, Ivan.
The symbols on the gate belong to King Deshret's civilization. This structure must be ancient. Over time, the sandstorms completely buried it and left it in the state we see now. It could have been an underground palace in the distant past.
Oh, a miracle. Praise
This
King
idiot's still
Deshret.
alive. We just beat his ass already.
And his men too?
They must have fallen down here with us. Pretty lucky if you ask me. Most of them seem in really bad shape. Except for him. He got off lightly.
Mind your head.
No, this isn't the time for conflict. Our exalted lord has shown us the way to his sacred palace.
Dude, it's a big ass pyramid.
He's actually gonna go in there, is he?
As it happens, I want to take a look inside too.
Of course you do, Ivan.
What are you doing?
Don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord Kusanali's power protects us from harm, and the next, remnants of King Deshret's civilization appear.
Oh, my soul.
2 major deities are vying to showcase their power to us. It would be a shame not to witness them both.
That's literally not what's happening.
Indeed. In my view, gods are just a higher form of living being. Or creature, you could say. New discoveries are always worth investigating. Whether they have anything to do with gods is neither here nor there.
Raman, what are you gonna do about your men?
I'll just let them lay here. King Deshret will take care of his people. Right now, I'm going inside.
Chad, that is literally not the case, okay? If I go to my pause menu, there's a big ass pyramid right here. Called the Mausoleum of King Deshret. My word. It's not even a plot twist. The entire pyramid is right there. You just found an entrance for it. Holy moly. Oh well, let's go inside. Mysterious ruins. It's not mysterious. Holy crap. I have the weirdest party setup, Chad. Have you all noticed that? Emotionless puppet. A military maid. A gravestone keeper. And a broke... What do you call it?
This defies comprehension.
It's not a scientist.
It looked completely desolate from the outside.
A broke star seeker. I just call it that.
It flows with energy inside.
Yeah, and there's so many plants. It's so pretty.
Sir Raman.
Huh? Me?
No, oh wow, who
Do you
else?
see another Raman here?
Thank you, Ivan.
Are you mocking me? What do you mean, sir?
Interpret it however you want. But there's something I'd like to draw your attention to. While this structure is clearly left over from King Deshret's civilization, the energy that flows in here is that of the Dendro Archon.
Whatever you say. It's not like I have a vision.
There's nothing to be angry about. Think of this as an academic journey.
It does seem kind of strange.
So a King Deshret was
have to explore this whole area to find an
like the
explanation.
sand, the cause of the sand and whatnot. Definitely see there being chests and stuff in here. Gotta look a little. There's always chests and stuff in this type of place. Well, obviously not out there. Wait. Alright, we came down the tunnel of sorts. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to go out that way. I guess there isn't anything. What? Look up at the hall as a mortal and listen to King Deshret's holy guidance. Okay, not literally look up. That one's correct. Okay, figured it out, chat. Totally, you know, all big brain. What harm ever came from entering a pyramid? Definitely nothing, dude. Casually go inside. What could ever happen? Hey, wait. Oh. They literally stand in the middle. Yeah, I'm guessing King Deshret because, again, I have not really been paying. Ah, punch.
No stone unturned.
No, come here. I need heals before I can carry on. Okay, I think that's enough. Where is this thing? Oh, it's dead. Never mind. Oh, all that fighting for a cabbage and a carrot.
Too slow.
There's a chest. There's not a hidden one.
Shadows of fate.
Ah, frick sakes. I hate the ones that fly, dude.
Someone needs assistance.
Squall and fury.
Always need to be on the lookout for chests or something. What's the point in that? Wait. What the hell is the point in that? Just let me walk through, man. Okay. Gonna lead me back somewhere? Another cabbage and a carrot, dude.
Decided by destiny.
Okay. No, this is the opposite. Okay, I recognize that crack right there in the wall. There's another common chest. Okay, so we're on the opposite side. Can you have this open up? I'm guessing not. What with the blue stuff? Weird. Alright, let's do this.
Steady as time to go.
I should have actually popped my ability first so I could get more crit damage out of her ultimate. Oh, whatever, it worked in the end. And I got healed, so doesn't really matter. There's no way this is all we came here for. Is it? Am I missing something, chat? As agreed, you go to the place dead neighbor to exchange hostages. See depot within the ruins. Oh. After 6 days infiltrating the temple, bruh. The elevator will descend to the ground, get on top of it before it starts ascending again to reach the dome. Get on top of it before it starts ascending again to reach the dome. Nonsense like forbidden ground ahead. Mortal shoal, my word chat, I cannot English. Mortal shall not pass. You shall not pass. Anyways. Or whatever I just made up by the priest to hoodwink us. I've never heard of the word hoodwink. Hoodwink. I need to know. Hoodwink. Hoodwink. Deceive or trick. Staff here, or verb for it. The staff were hoodwinked into thinking the cucumber was a sawn-off shotgun. I've never heard of the word hoodwinked before. Cool, I learned something that I'll most definitely forget within the next 5 minutes. But cool. I'm certainly not going to say hoodwink to anyone, ever. I leave this method here in hopes that the people of King Deshiru who shall travel here in the future shall freely enjoy the privilege of witnessing his sacred presence. I need to get to the top of the elevator. This one. This one. Okay, I get it. I understand. I need to climb on the top of the elevator. Does it go up again by itself, though? That's the question. Or am I mistaken by this? Wait, no. Okay, Chad, wait. I understand. Hold on. I'm gonna call the elevator up, right? And then I'm gonna descend the elevator. And when I call it to ascend up again from the top, okay. I figured it out, but only half of it. When I activate the elevator, right? It's gonna go all the way down. I'm gonna call it again. I'm gonna climb on top of it whilst it's coming up. There we go. There we go, Chad. Look at that big brain. Look at that. What is this? Oh boy. Come on, guys.
Delve into
Ow. More of those thingies. What's this? The elevator? At all. Is This is an off and on button. Okay.
Quit following me.
Oh wait, it's spinning. Wait, what? Ah,
Alright, dude, I'm done for the night.
already?
Got a massive headache, so I'm gonna fall asleep.
Okay.
Alright. Enjoy your stream further.
Oh, it is.
Oh wait, dude. Check you then.
Quit following me.
Bye.
Oh, it is. Yeah, hold on. Where's the third button then, chat? Okay, I only need to control the two. Right, it's cool. I'm still on top of the elevator. Whoops. Yeah, I guess we're going back down, chat. Are we going back down? Shit. Wait, is this where we're supposed to go? This is definitely where we're supposed to go. Okay.
King Deshret's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Sure are a lot of plants for a desert.
That's what I call divine providence of King Deshret.
A lot of purple trees, though. Oh, okay. Closed again. Oh. Okay, I guess we're going in the big random unknown. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, we locked as the main character. Something significant is about to happen, chat. This is actually quite big. I should go looking for chests, but I can't sprint, so.
It's getting brighter. Oh, it looks so beautiful.
That looks so cool. Hold on. Mute myself in Discord.
Wait,
Wait, what? Sino?
what's that?
It's a tree.
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something among them.
Looks like a tomb. Probably is, to be honest.
King Deshret runes.
How do you know
left
that?
Something behind. Yes. It's an elegy written in an ancient script.
What does it say?
Here lies our faithful priest Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration.
You can read ancient King Deshret script?
Of course. Every student needs to master at least 20 languages before they graduate.
What?
He's not serious, right?
That's crazy.
There's still something off about this place. The elemental energy here is too concentrated. The scent of life. Is it trying to tell us something?
Is this it?
Analyzing.
There seems to be a hidden message among these skeletal remains. Excellent. There's a device from King Deshret's civilization in this gravesite. I'll transmit the information over and project it for everyone to see.
Isn't sharing knowledge against the Academia's rules?
Yes. However, under the circumstances, I'd prefer you to see this for yourself. You'll understand after watching it.
Cutscene? Question mark?
Civilization is born of knowledge. but so too can knowledge be its demise. A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. King Deshret brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for greater Lord Rukkhadevata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples. But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping King Deshret to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How
Oh shit.
Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
Man, they make freaking cutscenes and stuff so good in this game, I have to admit.
Memories.
No, impossible.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. So the former Dendro Archon and King Deshret were never enemies at all.
But this doesn't make any sense. The Dendro Archon's followers, they're clearly...
Was that the former Dendro Archon?
That's crazy.
He became so tiny in the end.
Dot dot dot. Greater Rukkhadevata. No, frick. The two deities' followers have resented each other all the time, completely unaware that their gods stuck by each other through life and death.
You might be distrustful of the Akasha, but there's no reason for you to doubt King Deshret's technology. You've just witnessed his priest's last words.
I've never heard about any of this before. The surviving followers of King Deshret all gathered in Aru village. Our god did not make mistakes. We refuse to believe any of the rumors. King Deshret's death, the all but total annihilation of our civilization, it was all Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's doing. We saw her as nothing more than a traitor, who stabbed us in the back in our moment of crisis. Just like us humans, fighting, feuding, double-crossing each other to survive in the desert.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
If I hadn't seen this for myself, if I hadn't witnessed his last words with my own eyes, ears, and heart, how could I ever begin to accept this? The truth is so far from what I've always known. Am I really supposed to believe that after all these years, all this time seeking revenge, suddenly now my enemy is my savior?
Raman, that's enough. Give it a rest. You're starting to make a fool of yourself.
Dia, tell me, my Eremites and I, what are we even fighting for?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. No one reaction is nothing strange to any believer.
Hey,
I can't keep up with what they're doing.
I'll live. Thanks.
You wasted years of your life. Congratulations.
Stay here forever.
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know what you're going to ask. I feel deeply ashamed of everything I've done. You'll get everything you're asking for. But please, give me some time. After everything that's happened here today, somehow I need to explain it to the others.
That you be leading them along a path of self-destruction for no reason.
Dia, this is where our camp's located. Make a note of it.
What are you showing her then? Just give her the note.
Tomorrow, I'll convince everyone that we're all on the same side. And I'll return every last one of your your village keepers. We'll share our other resources with you too.
You seem to finally understand that our true enemy is the sages.
Yes. The gods never gave up on anyone. It's the people responsible for all this that need to face the consequences of their actions.
As it always is. How life works.
But he seems to have figured things out now.
Ramon's no fool. Being the leader of your own faction in the desert is no easy feat. It's too bad he was held back by his belief in King Deshret. But now that that's changed, I guess we have a few more people on our side.
This is a turn for the better. I agree.
The outcome, at least, is favorable.
We should get going too.
You get that high from no positivity at all. Incredible.
Long sleep. We'll need all our energy tomorrow.
This is what you get for talking for like 2 days. That's why you're tired.
Stop yelling.
That's just how she sounds, dude. And the dark sun passes. Oh. There could possibly be other chests and stuff, although I'm highly doubtful.
The wind rises.
If the Archon survived, why couldn't the king? The king sacrificed himself. Because he was the one that initially spread the knowledge. So the king sacrifices himself in order to save, like, the land and everything. And the Archon just because the king wasn't a god, but the Archon was, or is. So the Archon just kind of lost a lot of her power, or used a lot of her power, which in turn changed her into a little kid. Or like, yeah, something like that. And then on the other hand, the king isn't a god, so he couldn't survive, I suppose. Therefore, he sacrificed himself.
The wind rises.
Pretty deep, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, there's nothing else here. So that's about the gist of it, I'd say. Holy mother of lag. The king had forbidden knowledge, and he was the one that initially shared it, which caused destruction. And he realized how much destruction. And even though the god was helping to prevent further destruction and kind of heal, the forbidden knowledge kept getting passed on. The king in turn realized his mistakes, blah blah blah. Therefore, he sacrificed himself in an attempt to, obviously, you know, stop all of the destruction. But it didn't really, it worked, but only to a certain degree.
Ramon, we're here.
And obviously the Archon of Dendro didn't lose her powers, but was greatly weakened.
I guess all I can say now is thanks for agreeing to help.
Ah, don't mention it. I think we can both agree you went to hell and back for it. But we share a common cause now. From here on out, we're allies.
Where are the perpetrators?
I'll bring you to them. Follow me.
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Water, chat. Water.
Oh no, it's the Strike!
Hydration.
There's no need to yell. No one can help you now.
He says before casually walking away.
That's right.
General Mahamatra? No, no. Make it quick, please. Swift and painless.
He just casually asked to die.
The moment they set eyes on Sino, they turn pale like they've seen a ghost.
Can I just mention that I love the way in this game Sino is like so... Like everyone's scared of this dude. When he actually plays his character, he's not really that good. I don't find that convenient.
That I would be coming for you.
Wait, we were just following orders. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's no way we could have done all this by ourselves.
No, not Sino. He's gonna tear us limb from limb.
What type of voice is that?
Please have mercy.
Start talking. Otherwise, I'll have to resort to
Other methods.
methods.
So, your superiors have kept you quite busy recently. Why? What are they trying to accomplish?
They, wanted to extract canned knowledge.
Don't play dumb. You know what I'm really
That is an
asking.
altered voice,
They extract
100%.
canned knowledge. Then what?
I really don't know how to explain it.
Well, you better start talking or you'll be sorry.
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
Be my guest.
May I ask them a question? The sages are trying to create a new god, aren't they?
Uh-huh. That sure didn't sound like a fancy metaphor or anything. You're serious, aren't you?
How did you know?
Where they're trying to create
Yes,
Scaramouche.
you're right. The Academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. They are creating a new god. A god that will belong to them and to the people of Sumeru. It may seem as if Sumeru's academics are thriving, but ever since the death of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, scholarly breakthroughs have been few and far between. The withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like, if only Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was still with us.
Continue.
And then, someone from the Fatui showed up. They called him the Doctor. He brought a gnosis and said he
They're trying
wanted
to,
bomb
yeah,
the
the
Academia's
gnosis is
research
for
facilities.
Scaramouche.
The Doctor was previously expelled from the Academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he said those words, everyone's expression changed. He asked them, "Do you wish to create a god?"
This is what the arrogant ignorance at the extreme end of academia looks like.
First, the Academia spent a long time constructing a divine vessel, which was based on an exquisite humanoid puppet.
Exactly. You see what I mean, Chad?
They harvested
My
dreams
brain is
via
working
the
tonight.
Zeru's festival Samsara, maximizing the
I see
Akasha's
what's going
output.
on here.
With the Doctor's help, and the Akasha now functioning at maximum efficiency, they were able to use it to extract the power from the Gnosis and convert it into a divine core. Next, they decided that their new god needed to possess divine wisdom. For that to happen, they needed a huge quantity of divine canned knowledge.
It adds up.
But how do you determine whether the knowledge extracted is of divine origin?
Call it an educated guess? The Academia has been trying to figure out the exact source of the Scholar's madness for centuries, but to no avail. Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. Surely you can see what that implies, Scribe Al-Haytham. If it's knowledge no mortal can comprehend, then it must be something only gods are able to decipher. In other words, it's the source of the God of Wisdom's omniscience and omnipotence.
The sage's end product won't be Greater Lord Rukadavata. It'll be the Balladeer.
You must have noticed by now. The academia doesn't care about who their god is. It's the ability to exercise control over knowledge and wisdom that matters. It is as if they are cursed with a desire for omniscience and omnipotence that burns in their blood. Some organisms demonstrate phototaxis, and thus orient their entire lives in respect to sources of light. For the sages, their only source of hope is the existence of a deity who embodies the acme of wisdom. This is but a form of phototaxis. For many scholars, the absence of a god of wisdom means stumbling in the darkness for the duration of their lives.
Then what does Lesser Lord Kusanali mean to you? Is she not a true god present in this world? If you already have a new god, why try to create another one?
From the beginning, the academia has never treated her as a god. When the academia first discovered Lesser Lord Kusanali, the newborn god of wisdom, the sages hoped that she would be as wise as Greater Lord Rukadevata. But upon evaluation, they found that at the time she possessed no more intelligence than any ordinary human child. The sages never had a ruder awakening. This forced them to accept that Greater Lord Rukadevata had indeed passed away. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali's gnosis had been used to power the Akasha this entire time. By herself, she has neither an Archon's raw power, nor the spectacular insight expected of a god of wisdom. Slowly but surely, people began to forget about her existence.
So, this is the path the sages have chosen.
Creating a god because they aren't satisfied with their current one. Even now, they still refuse to acknowledge Lesser Lord. I never imagined a god could be subjected to such cruelty.
Alright, let's try to keep our cool. If everyone's in a bad mood, then let's change up our scenery. Raman, give me a few men to help us escort the village keepers back to the village. And these two scholars, they're coming too.
Sure, as you wish.
Holy moly, okay. Interesting, chat, interesting. We only face Scaramouche in the next act. I believe there's 5 or 6 acts. Acts. Whatever. Is it acts or... No, it's chapter 3, act 4. Act 5 of chapter 3 is when you face Scaramouche. Alright.
The village keepers.
They should have also divided the chapters more accurately. Sumeru should be chapter 4, not chapter 3.
The two new scholars are being
because Mondstadt is chapter 1, Leeway should be chapter 2, Inazuma should be chapter 3, and then Sumeru should be chapter 4. But whatever, I guess. It's hard not to feel weighed down by what we just learned. Despite everything Lesser Lord has done for a people the academia have abandoned, even those...
Hey! Say something! Stop spacing out!
Come on, is there nothing left to talk about? In that case, let's all get some water and try to think about something else.
Or I can go fetch some snacks.
Oh, Paimon's so coming with you.
What did you chat?
Do you have any plans, Traveler?
Gods above, you're not talking about work, are you?
I want to share everything I know with all of you.
So you were still withholding some information?
Yes, I'm sorry, I had my reasons. In between the conversation, Candace and Paimon bring over snacks and tea. Daya's expression is relaxed, as if her mood haven't been affected by the heavy conversation at all. Holy moly, Sino has a affirmative expression on his face, the core of his beliefs, his motivation. I can't read that fast, game. Ipham also turns towards the crowd. He wants to listen. After that, hey chat, you all can pause and read this. I'm not gonna be able to get through it all. Can't read that fast.
Through all of this firsthand, it still feels super surreal to hear you talk about it again.
That's everything we've experienced so far in Sumeru.
A whirlwind of a story. I felt like I was holding my breath the whole time.
It seems like there'll be more issues to face in the days ahead than I'd anticipated.
Still, now's a good time to make our next move. Now that Ramon's joined us, we'll be an even stronger team.
It's time to make a plan.
Indeed. These events are a flagrant transgression of the rules in every sense. We cannot allow it to continue.
So, everyone, are we on the same page?
Crush the sages and rescue our god. That is our ultimate goal.
I will do my utmost.
Let's brainstorm a little more about what other resources we can draw on.
The next time we gather here, we must have a solid plan.
Yep, it'll work out for sure.
Alright. That should be the end of the act, right? Here we go, chat. End of Act 4 for Chapter 5. Pretty good, pretty good. I will admit. We got some more Dendro powers and some more achievements, of course. Up to 507 achievements. Okay, yesterday we were like 490, so we got like 17 achievements in yesterday, chat. In other news, however, chat, I'm gonna have to quickly deal with some things. Maybe like 15 minutes or so. The way the Gnosis gets passed around like bad girlfriends is pretty messed up. Would think people would be more careful with that much power. I mean, Venti just lost. I mean, he just got dominated by a mommy, basically. Zhongli literally made a deal because he's the Archon of agreements or Archon of deals and stuff. So he had to stick by it, and he literally just gave up his Gnosis. And then you got, well, Raiden still has her Gnosis, doesn't she? I believe. I can't remember exactly. I believe she does. And then the Dendro still has. But, well, maybe not. They have a Gnosis of knowledge. It's not really the true Dendro Archon. But I agree with you. That's hilarious, man. Alright, chat. I shall be back in just a little bit. Alright, maybe grab some snacks. Have any drink. I just need to deal with some stuff. And I'll check you in a bit. Alright, chat. I'm back. Apologies for the slightly longer wait than usual. Like I said, I had to deal with a few things. Hello again, Dragon. Hi, Beyond. Welcome to the stream. I'm thirsty as hell. Hold on. Drink some water. Hydration, chat. Important. Very, very important, chat. Alright. So we just completed Act 4. We're going to Act 5. Act 5 is where we face Scaramouche. Travelers got young by heavenly principles in the beginning, I think. Well, that's the thing, because the Traveler isn't exactly part of this world. So that's kind of like a loose end we are yet to uncover within the story. I actually was it that they got yoinked, or was it just that the two were separated? I think it was only the fact that the two got separated. That aside, chat. We're going to now... I'll probably stream for another hour and a half, I'd say. Trying to get as far into this Act 5 as possible. Possibly tomorrow we're going to be facing Scaramouche and completing that off. As for Wednesday, Wednesday is a bit of a weird one. Wednesday is the new chapter. Not new chapter. I think version 4.1 coming out. I already have it pre-installed with the new battle pass and everything. So we could possibly be doing that, or just carrying on Wednesday. Either that or CS2, because CS2 might be coming out on Wednesday. Or we could also be possibly looking into Modern Warfare 2 Season 6. Although that's iffy, so I'm not entirely sure about Wednesday, but if as long as all things go well, we'll likely be streaming Genshin tomorrow again. Roughly around about the same time. I'm trying to get into a consistent schedule. So I'm still first, yes, I'll chat. Apologies. Please make sure... That was so much gas that came out of there. Please make sure you guys also get something to snack on. Maybe something to drink. Stay hydrated, man. You know, Coke is not the obvious option, but it's nice. And I'm out of water. And I want to get up again, so... Alright. Let's start up with Chapter 5. See how far we can get in the stream. I think my camera position is better up here. At least for Genshin. It's usually central of the screen. Like what I usually have it right here. And I'm like playing COD or something. I can also just move it around like here as well. I've got like 3 of me on the screen. Anyways. I should actually make a top left one as well. I'll take note of that. For whatever the circumstances may be. You never know, chat. Okay. Let's see. Act 5. Let's get into it. Akasha pulses, the Kelper flame rises. Chapter 3, Act 5. Through the pre-dawn night. I know for a fact, right, that this is the chapter, this is the act in which we face Scaramouche. I'm not exactly sure when, though. Wait until the next day. Alright. Forget how long the clock can take. Yeah, Wednesday is a bit iffy, chat, but tomorrow, as long as all things go well, for sure, we'll be carrying on with this. With the story, at least. I would be just grinding to get 100% completion in Leeway, but for now we're just doing the story because I'm now invested.
Already waiting inside. Wait a moment.
What's the matter?
Before attending the meeting, I hope you can promise me one thing.
What?
What do you need?
Promise me that you won't commit to anything too reckless.
Anything for you, mommy. I mean, Candace.
What do you think?
Sure, I'll try not to.
Okay.
There we go. Act 5 started. Also a little bit dirty though. Where am I supposed to go? Okay, back into the village house again.
Everyone's here so early! But why isn't anybody talking?
Well, Sino and iPhone hate each other.
Hey, where have you been? I've missed you too.
We literally just saw you yesterday. We can start now.
Very well.
After some discussion, we can break the dude, that is way too fast. You can't tell me otherwise. Just pause the stream if you want to see exactly what it said there. Something about discussion and carrying on.
Color me impressed.
It's worth a try.
The point of discussion is to arrive at a solution. Let's cut the small talk and move to the next point.
Yes, I'll hide from anything you say. I'll hide from.
I'm nervous.
Cutscene. No.
You're finally done.
I have some other stuff to take care of. Catch you all later. Come on, don't give me that face. I know what you're going to say. I'll be careful.
That's what I wanted to hear. Take care.
I don't want to say anything
Well, traveler,
too lustful, chat.
judging from your expressions, the meeting must have been quite productive.
You can tell?
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy, but I can sense people's emotions. And based on your reaction, things must have gone quite well.
We'll make a move on the next something day. I can't pronounce that. I'm scared of messing it up.
Hopefully nothing will go wrong.
To be honest, I feel the same. But you're already some of the most capable people I know. So you have my trust.
Candace gave us a compliment.
You're on Paimon, dude.
Deeds speak for themselves.
Oh, wow.
Candace, we stayed behind to tell you that, although you won't be coming with us, we'll be sure to remember your words.
I'm very glad to hear that. I've said the same thing to everyone here today as I said to you when you arrived. Your safety is the most important thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Only when you're safe can the plan be successful.
Thank you, Candace.
You're welcome. And thank you for taking my
I'm trying to
advice.
behave, chat. The yellow and blue eyes are kind of odd. It is. It's cool. I like her.
I'll be here in the village praying for you.
I like her design. I don't know who did the voice acted for her, but damn, dude. I've got so many side quests and stuff to eventually get to here. But the side quest is usually my last priority unless I'm trying to get true 100% completion in the area.
Sounds good. I'll go make some preparations.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll hit them.
Have you finished saying your goodbyes?
Yeah. Also, Candace told everyone to be careful.
Yes, she did. But I think my point also bears repeating. Our plan is not child's play.
Dude, you can't jump me. Your voice is just... Oh my gosh.
Careful. We must go beyond that and fully commit ourselves to it. I hope this is clear to you.
Yeah, I understand and accept.
Shouldn't you be saying something more cheerful to boost our morale right now?
Paimon, he's
Did you already
logical.
do that during the meeting?
You can never have enough words of encouragement.
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content while I continue to remind you of the seriousness of our situation. We all have our jobs to do after all. It's like how some people can be put in charge of logistics,
She can.
while others will fight on the front lines.
Speaking of the front lines, you don't look anything like a soldier.
Cuddle. I know it's like cuddle, Chad.
Compared to the
Not an idiot.
mercenaries, I'm merely a feeble scholar.
Well, I am an idiot, but I'm not that bad.
The advantage of not being a mercenary is
Just
that I
sounded
get to
weird.
stay in a safer place and offer my strategic insight. Just think about that mercenary who lost his mind. Mercenary groups are facing constant danger every single day.
Well, being a scholar is also a high-risk occupation, and you are a scholar.
Ow,
I'm not
he
like
studies
the rest of
all
them.
day.
Even among members of the same species, some will exhibit far more potential than others.
This guy. Paimon still remembers when those mercenaries in Port Ormos called you a lunatic.
All intellectuals are lunatics in the eyes of fools.
Oof,
I'll
burn.
take that as a compliment.
Burn.
That reminds me. Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins? It mentioned forbidden knowledge. You have a good memory. Forbidden
It
knowledge
literally
has
just
the power
happened,
to drive
so
people insane. But this fact has never been shared with the public. Even I, who has worked in the academia for some time, was never once informed of this. I think those mad scholars and mercenaries we encountered may have all fallen victim to the corrupting qualities of forbidden knowledge.
the creepy close-up made it less weird.
They've always believed that symptoms of madness
That's
are a
my
side
meme
effect of
cam,
human
dude. What do you mean
contact with
creepy?
divine knowledge as mere mortals.
My meme
Come to
cam.
think of it,
Literally called meme
perhaps
cam.
the academia has also never understood the true nature of forbidden knowledge, and thus always approached the issue from the wrong direction. Elazar, and the sandstorms. Don't you think what is happening right now across Sumeru is rather similar to the forbidden knowledge pollution that occurred in the desert
Ooh,
thousands
that's
of
actually
years
very
ago?
true. Definitely possible.
Paimon thought that Irminsul's disease is what caused the withering in the sandstorms. At least, that's what Tainari told us. Wait a second. Could it be that?
Ah, you've connected the dots. The cause of Irminsul's illness may precisely be the pollution from forbidden knowledge.
Which is what we saw in the cutscene. The people that were degrading in a sense. We must tell Nahida about this as soon as possible.
Wait. Why do you think Lesser Lord Kusanali would have a solution to this situation?
She said the key to saving Ishimir is contained within the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord, whatever his name is.
Related to the scene you saw when you passed out in the Avidia Forest? That whole the world forget me thing?
In that case, it's imperative that we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. Only by working with her to save Irminsul can we completely resolve the problems Sumeru currently faces.
That's right.
To make sure we're
But in order to save her, I have to get to Scaramouche.
our preparatory work.
Where are we going?
To an Aramite base.
Okay. Lead the way, oh Ipham. Even though you just disappeared.
Squall Fury.
The Aramite base is where we literally just were earlier. Hello?
Following me.
Not a Aramite base, it's Rahman's Aramite base.
They're here.
Huh? What are they doing here?
I gave them some technical work to do.
Ah, it's the scribe. And is that the traveler I see?
How's the
Yes.
work going?
Unless you're blind.
Ah, yes. We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready for use, while the others are still under repair.
Aren't those devices for can knowledge extraction? What are you doing with those?
Look here.
Huh? More can knowledge? Are you going to put more weird stuff into her head again?
What's that look on your face? Are you scared?
Paimon's a little scared, but very, very furious.
That's an interesting response.
We didn't even get weird knowledge,
We're not going
man.
to use this just yet. As I mentioned,
We literally didn't.
this knowledge capsule contains a decree I drew up in the past. The academia should also have their own copy. And according to the plan we just came up with, Traveler, I want you to record something into this capsule.
Huh? Me?
Do you believe we can save Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes, I do.
Good. Conviction
Gosh,
is the
that
most
is
important
so
part of all of
bright,
this.
dude.
Now,
A Hypham is literally radiating with light in that moment.
You want us to record our conviction into the knowledge capsule?
yes,
Paimon is still really worried.
I understand. But trust me, Paimon, this is something we have to do. It's best if you can do as I say. Because, to achieve this impossible task, it sounds like you'll need to fool your own heart first. Although it may feel like a trick, self-encouragement may be the most important tool we have.
Interesting.
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
I'm
Imagine
ready.
this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. As a result, we have changed Sumeru's entire political landscape. Everything went without a hitch, and everyone recognizes and praises our achievements.
Sure. Okay.
Now, open your eyes. Here.
What's this?
Read it out loud.
Some stirring words have been written on the note. Although you don't quite understand the purpose of the recording, you still... Dude, I can't read that. It's impossible. It's impossible. It was way too fast. What a fascinating experience.
Is your head okay? Does anything hurt?
I'm fine.
It's just a recording. There should be no negative effects.
But what was the point of doing this? Paimon doesn't get it.
And that's perfectly fine. In any case, these capsules aren't meant to be used by you.
Huh? What do you mean?
Have you forgotten? Our plan needs to account for those who have long relied on the Akasha. You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, everything the Akasha transmits to them is nothing short of absolute truth.
Good thing there's an extra. First one might be all Candace.
And this device has always
But I wouldn't mind.
times of need.
Don't lie.
After all that time, what do you think you'd become?
A fool. A machine.
A machine?
A slave to orders.
A puppet.
And that's why rules are so important. In addition, those who understand the rules can delineate boundaries and identify gray areas.
But why would you need to identify the gray areas?
You could say that those kinds of ambiguous zones can be very interesting. One might even say they're advantageous in the right hands.
The things you're interested in are really out there. Are all Sumeru scholars like this?
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. I'm going to take those two to work on some small projects. You can head to Caravan Rebot and start preparing for the next step.
Small projects?
We're going to tinker with the Akasha terminal and make a few modifications.
Alright. Dude, that is so bright. Yeah, well, it's fine now. Moving along. You think we should just go ahead and do some domains real quick, just so we don't waste our what do you call it? Our resin chat, because I'm stocked up at 160, and on top of that, I currently have 5 condensed resin. I just noticed that. I figured literally when I started the stream, it was already capped. So I think it might be a good idea just to go do quick little domains and then exchange our current resin back into condensed resin. Knowledge isn't good or bad, it's how the knowledge is used. True. True. And this is what, like, I think in a sense is also what drove people mad, because they didn't really know how to use the knowledge. And they didn't understand whether it was good or bad. Which is kind of like a cancer in a sense, what caused all the mayhem. For context, chat, I'm currently farming for Mona. Which is why I'm doing this domain. Anything that I get from this domain that I don't want or need, I turn into artifacts for Hutal. But if I have really good artifacts for Hutal, but I could definitely get better ones.
How amusing.
Ah.
Written in the stars. Higher, hands on fire.
The wind rises.
It takes like a minute 15 or so. A minute 10 right there to do it, so. And this will literally take us, what, 6 minutes? Just to do this like 5 times real quick. Should be easy peasy. And then we can just continue. Yeah, I stick by what I said though about the knowledge. It's true. It's not about it being good or bad. It's about how it's used. But if you don't know how to use said knowledge, or if you don't know whether it is good or bad, then you won't really, then it may cause a lot of chaos. Yeah. That's fine. That's also fine. What artifact set use for Yellen? I'll show you how to do it. But remind me again what AR level you are and what world level. Because you shouldn't be farming for any artifacts or whatnot unless you're a certain level. Artifact farming is a tricky thing. And although it's really necessary, you shouldn't be doing it on like a low AR or world level for various reasons. What world level are you? Or what AR? I think it's more world level. I'll show you once we're done with these real quick. It's really tricky at first, but it's actually quite simple when you get a hand on everything. Arrow 35, world level 3. Okay, so at your world level, again, like I said, it is very important, artifacts, obviously, because they like the core to your strength, in a sense, right? However, I think unless you get to a certain, I'll show you exactly what world level, you should just not even consider doing artifact farming, to be completely honest. Like, yes, it's important, but it's not important enough until a certain point. Otherwise, it would just be an entire waste of resources and time, to be completely honest with you.
Leave it all to me. Fate is upon you.
I want to pop you first. Perfect. Big boy crit damage. 75k right there. Who is lost alive? Oh. 75k crit damage off of a Mona ult burst and my Utao ult. Because Utao, the less health she has, her abilities and ultimate does more damage. And has higher crit rates. Right, I'm just gonna do this 2 more times and then I'll basically guide you on how to do artifact farming. It took me a moment to really learn the process behind it, but it's actually, and it may seem really complicated, but you get the hang of it pretty quickly. It's overall, artifact farming is just a really tedious, lengthy process because it's all randomized. All the artifact pieces that you're able to attain is completely randomized. I'm stuck. I'm fine.
Know your place. Steady as written in the stars.
I want to pop you first, your shield, otherwise my damage is just going to get deflected basically. There we go. Easy. I haven't been farming, just picking up random stuff in chests and such. That's good, you should keep that because you're going to use all of the crappier artifacts. Even lower tier artifacts, don't dump them or anything. Because you use them as food for the higher tier artifacts. That's how you level up artifacts. Welcome to tutorials with Keenan on how to play Genshin Impact. not that good in the game. I've still got a lot of things to learn and a lot of things to do, but artifact farming is something that I've done consistently in my free time. Besides, good because you have to do domains and stuff for... As you can see, I know this entire frickin' the attack patterns of these guys and when to pop and what to do, because farming for artifacts is very repetitive and time consuming. Like that guy, he teleports when you more than like 5 meters away from him. Okay, do this again. Throw out some more damage. Pop his shield because then I do increased damage. Ultimate, 57k crit, and GG. How long did that take us, chat? I don't know. Probably like 6 minutes. You do the same domains so many times over and over that you just learn it entirely off your head. Okay, first things first. You do not want to do any artifact farming until whichever domain, it doesn't matter which domain, until you unlock the level 90 max level domains. Reason being is because level 80, for instance, will showcase that it has gold. Alright, 5-star artifacts. However, the max level domains is a guaranteed 5-star set. Okay. Now, that is when you start farming. I don't know exactly what world level. I think it's world level 5 that you unlock the max level domains. Outside of that, you do this right here. You search for whichever character you want, right? Let's say it's Hutao. I'm going to go with Hutao Bold, and the first thing you can go with is gamewith.net, that first site that's going to be brought up, okay? The reason I'm bringing this up, oh my word, Genshin, let Genshin just finish loading real quick. So you only start artifact farming when you get the max level domains, because that always guarantees you a 5-star. You search whatever character bold you want, and you need to go to the site gamewith.net. That's the platform that I personally trust. Now, some characters may have multiple builds depending on what you want to do with them. For instance, Mona, I want to mute my game chat so you guys can hear me. For instance, Mona has 2 different builds. One is a Hydro DPS and one is a Hydro support build. I built her in terms of a Hydro support in order to assist my main DPS, which is Hutao. Now for Hutao, she only has 1 build, which, well, she's got 2 builds actually. She's got Pyro Reaction build, which is basically entirely based off her Pyro reactions, okay? And then you have her Burst DPS. Now I've got her built into Burst DPS. On the site you can find her best weapons. For instance, I think I can zoom in this a little bit for you as well. Based off of this, Staff of Homer is her unique weapon. I fortunately have that. All the ones with F2P is ones that you can find throughout the game and that you can build. And then there are other ones. It goes from best to worst. Also, depending on what type. So Burst DPS right here. This is the Burst DPS build. You could go for 2x2 artifacts. Actually, I think I've got her as Pyro Action DPS. Right, okay. Either way, you get the set of weapons that you can get, you get the best artifacts, and you get the main artifact stats that you want. If you scroll further down, this is a Pyro Action build. It'll give you the reasons and stat lines for the weapons, but more importantly, scroll even further down, you'll get the artifacts, as well as what stats you want on the artifacts. Again, when you're farming for artifacts, all of these substats and some of the main stats are randomized. The flower is always flat HP as its main stat. The feather always has flat 80k as its main stat. As for the rest of the free, the main stat is variable, okay? But for feather and flower, it's always the same. Then the substats, which are also randomized on all of them, it'll showcase exactly what substats you want. So I get flat HP as a guarantee on flower, obviously, but I also want crit rate or crit damage. I want attack percentage, not flat attack. I want elemental mastery, and I want energy recharge. I could go for 4 out of the 5 because you can only get 4 substats on all of the things. Once you get what you want, all right, you go farm in for whatever specific set you want and whatever domain provides that specific set. Then you're going to go over, well, not here, obviously. You're going to go over to your character. You're going to find what you have for in terms of the artifacts. Sometimes the really good artifacts will automatically spawn with 4 substats. The rest of the time, the substats will only be free. You have to level up an artifact to level 4 if it doesn't have 4 substats already in order to see the 4th substat. Okay, and again, it's all randomized. So if you get a really good set, so I've got a different flower. A complete set is made up of 4 artifacts. So you can have a 5th artifact that is not from the same set. For instance, the Crimson Witch of Flame set, if you have 4 pieces, which I currently have, adding 2 pieces for my Hutao will give her a pyro damage bonus of 15% if I have 2 Crimson Witches. If I have 4, which I do, increases overload, burning, and burgeon damage by 40%, increases vaporize and melt by 15, etc. So 4 pieces, and then 1 piece that can be completely different. For instance, this flower right here is Entangling Bloom. Now this flower, again, main stat is always HP. That's what I've got on this one. Then I've got attack percentage, energy recharge, crit rate, elemental mastery. Now if I go back to the site that gives me the ones that I want, I've got, like I said, I've got the crit rate right there. I've got attack percentage, I've got elemental mastery, and I've got energy recharge. That is a perfect artifact for this character. I could, of course, instead of gotten crit rate, I could have gotten crit damage. That is fine. What I do not want ever is flat HP, HP percentage, flat 80k. Yeah, I don't want those 3, or defense. I don't want those 4. But I've got 4 out of the 5, which you can get most of the time is up to 4 out of the 5. So that's what you're pretty much looking for. And you have to keep farming until you get an artifact that has the stuff that you want, and sometimes you can get even better pieces. Another thing to consider is going over to the crafting table. You never want to use your original resin when you're doing domain farming, okay? Never ever. You always convert your resin into condensed resin. You just need 40 resin in order to make 1 condensed resin, and you need crystal cores, which you get from all of those little flying butterflies that are spawning around. That's where you get those. And what this basically does is convert 40 resin into 1 condensed resin, and on the checkout you use 1 condensed resin because it gives you twice the amount of rewards. Otherwise you're going to have to do the domain twice as many times, which is what I'm doing right here. So that is pretty much the gist of it. Don't concentrate on any farming until you can easily do the farming and get the right stuff, because it's a very lengthy process. Outside of that, just follow the correct order of things, okay? And don't go for don't just spend on any artifact, rather get the correct artifacts. And that's what takes time, because again, everything is randomized. All right, chat, did you get the gist of it? It's a lot of things to consider when it comes to farming, I know, but that is unfortunately the gist of it. If you get pieces that you don't want, the 5-star pieces, okay, you can come to the crafting table again, like what I'm doing now. So what I'm basically going to do, before I do that, so I was farming for Mona right there, so I'm going to be checking through her artifacts and comparing them to what I currently have. So I've currently got elemental, energy recharge, crit rate, crit damage, which is really good. On this one, I've got energy recharge, elemental mastery, and crit damage. So I've got everything besides crit rate. So this is actually a good piece right here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and enhance it. And you'll see that I have a absolute boatload of artifacts. Okay, I don't get rid of them at all, because this is what you use to level up artifacts. This and Moro combined is what you use to level up all of the other artifacts, and it goes for all of the other ones. So now I'm leveling it up just until it's level 4. Right? There we go. Got up to level 4. Now you'll notice that on this piece that we just leveled up, I got flat attack damage. Compared to what I already am running, I have a better one. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to keep it as food. You never want to trade in a leveled up artifact because you can use it as food. So for instance, if I go to this a different artifact and I go to enhance and I click on the plus button and then I check by level, there's the one that I leveled up 4 times. This will instantly give me 3 levels instead of me having to waste more of them. It doesn't cost less, but it just use it as food because you're not going to waste it by trading in. And this is basically what I'm going to do for the rest as well. This one, I've got very good ones except for the HP stat. I don't really want the HP stat. This one, HP, flat HP, don't want it. Elemental Mastery is good. Defense, terrible. This one as well. Defense, terrible. Crit damage, good. HP, good. I don't like either of those pieces. I'm going to leave them alone. I haven't gotten any for those out of the farming we just did. This one I've got flat 80k, which is bad. But I've got crit damage, attack percentage, energy recharge, all good. The new pieces I got 80k and crit rate. Both are good. Flat HP, not so good. And then for the final piece I got flat 80k, bad. The rest, bad. I'm not going to use any of those. Then for the hats, I haven't gotten anything else. So I'm going to basically now go crafting. I'm going to go to the last one and I'm going to go down to Crimson Witch of Flames. Okay. And then all of those pieces that we got, I'm not using any of the Entangling Blooms, so they're pretty much useless to me. I'm just going to take basically all of them. Besides the ones that I've now leveled up a little bit, I'm not going to be taking those. I'm just going to be taking all of the other ones. I'm just going to be give them as a mystic offering, and it's going to give me other pieces for Utah, and then I pretty much follow the same process. So these useless, flat 80k. It's always on the feather. Everything is really good except for flat defense. I don't want it. Crit rate really good. Defense, HP, don't want it. HP can be okay. Flat HP again, don't want it. This one right here, too much defense. This one right here, defense. And the rest are kind of crappy. I'm just going to go confirm again. Go through a bunch again. Add up to 6 in total. Another mystic offering. Get back another 3 off of that. HP, it's always HP. This is flat attack, crit rate, elemental mastery. This could possibly be a good one. As for this one, elemental mastery, HP, energy recharge. Not so good. I can go out again. Okay. I can go back to my hue towel. Go to the new flower that could be possibly good. Again, it's only possibly good because we don't know the fourth what do you call it? The fourth substat until we level it up to level 4. Which we did, and it rolled into defense. Useless. Now it's level 4 and we're just going to use it as food basically. We go back to crafting. We're not going to trade that one in specifically because it may be useful to feed a gooder one, a better one, a gooder one. English, hello. And then these 3 I'm going to trade in because it costs 3 to trade into 1. Trade it in again. Attack percentage, really good. Elemental mastery, really good. Energy recharge, good. HP is kind of Defense, useless. That piece is useless. Now we kind of just left with 1 that's not leveled up. And it's just going to stay there until we go do some more domain farming. And we keep trading in or leveling up until we get good pieces. And that is artifact farming, ladies and gentlemen. So much. It takes so much time and effort and luck to get good pieces. It's crazy. Thank you for the tip and condensed resin. You're more than welcome. I made the mistake way too many times. Please never forget that. Just convert your stuff and use it that way. Please. Please. Having fun with just picking up random stuff? Yeah, just keep that. So just domains, or should I be using condensed resin on leyline and bosses? I wouldn't know. Don't use on leyline and bosses at all. You could use original resin. I don't do personally leylines like ever. Okay, I really don't. I don't do ley lines. It's kind of pointless because if I go check like I've got 11 million Mora, okay? That's all just by going around. That's pretty much it. I have like 11 million Mora right there. And that's just by opening, exploring, doing quests, doing challenges. And as for books, I mean, I don't level up my characters that much because I mainly just use the same team. As you can see there, I've got a ton of books as well. So I don't do that. As for bosses, I just use original resin. Unless you've got it, like, I also base a lot of my things and how I grind on the battle pass. So if I've already completed 15 domains for the week, I'll go do the 10 bosses required, for instance. And if I manage to get the 10 bosses as well, then I'll go do ley lines if it's really necessary. So I base my grind off of the battle pass a lot of the time. Although I wouldn't say either way using condensed resin on ley lines or bosses. It's not really... Bosses maybe if you really want to level up a character like really quickly, but it's still iffy. Okay, chat, I'm out of breath. That's the end of the guide of Keenan. You're welcome. It's a lot of info to take in, chat, I know. But trust me, it's good knowledge right there. That took me way too long to figure out. It's not like they make it easy. You know, they don't give you a guide or anything. Oh, sorry, Chad. My game audio is muted. My bad.
Can't agree to it.
But it's still the best plan we have.
Okay, now the game's audio is messing around.
As a former Matra, you of all people should be able to see.
Okay, what the hell?
The bigger picture.
I can just give the game a minute to catch up right now.
Recognize the innate advantages of our plan.
I think the animation just gets stuck a little when I'm... Maybe this fixes it.
I did. And that's how I saw the danger behind these so-called advantages. Hytham's plan is even more radical than I imagined.
Huh? Why are you guys arguing?
My friend, you're just in time. Why don't you help me persuade Sino? He's turned against our plan.
We agreed to work out a plan at the meeting. As mercenaries, you're familiar with the local environment, so you'll take care of the specifics. But then, you went to Al-Haytham for suggestions. Had I known Al-Haytham would give you those kinds of suggestions, I would not have agreed to the plan.
Look, you already know that we're all on the same side here, don't you?
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship, but also will not hesitate to make sacrifices if they deem the situation to be sufficiently dire. I'm sorry, but as things stand, I can't accept your principles.
Seems you really do understand the ways of the desert.
Traveler, Paimon, this is also something you should know. Rahman's plan is to have me work with the Caravan Reebok guards in my capacity as a Matra. We will arrest the mercenaries and escort them into Sumeru City.
Wait, how can we work with the guards?
We can't get through that wall easily, remember? Caravan Reebok would never let so many unregistered members of the Eremites enter Sumeru City. My plan will clear us of any possible suspicion, and also let us enter the city as a big group.
That also sounds like something Al-Haytham told you. Am I right?
Probably.
Doesn't Al-Haytham know how dangerous this plan is?
Of course he does. He told me, there is no perfect plan, but this can...
I don't know why the audio is glitching. I might just restart my game quickly after this.
With the help of Sino and the Traveler, our chance of success would increase significantly. I never blindly trust anyone, and I've always had a good eye for people. I think he made a number of valid points. It's my own choice, to trust you.
Like unnecessary censorship of the game audio. We're on the same side. I think I'll just restart my game real quick after this dialogue.
To some degree.
That usually fixes it.
Are inevitable once push comes to shove. I'm okay with the deaths of enemies, but now that we're allies, I'm against the meaningless
Unless it kind of
laws
just
our own.
fixes itself. It seemed like it fixed itself. Then again, I think the game just froze, so I don't know. Oh, never mind.
I can't believe
No, okay, I'll definitely restart. I'll restart.
I've lived a hard life, and I can say that people like you are hard to come by.
I've always treated my allies with honesty and respect. They have the right to know important things like this.
Now you're making this hard for me.
Hey, is there something we can do to help?
I knew you would say that.
How did you know that?
We can help fight some of the mercenaries.
Go with it, added humor. Okay.
Times you'll have to struggle directly with the guards. That should help at least a little bit.
We should respect the determination of Rahman and his comrades.
Sino, on behalf of my people, I thank you for your kindness. But this is a mission we cannot turn our backs
It
on.
actually does this quite often. Usually it's just like, I don't know if it's because the game is open for too long or something. It just, I think it's the memory of the game. Or the cache, that's the correct term for it, that does that. Because again, this game is not really well optimized.
We will show you the determination of us desert dwellers.
Well, now that you've put it that way, I can no longer refuse. But remember, you need to follow the plan and not do anything reckless. Candace made it very clear that we can only achieve our goals if we can ensure our safety. Since you and I both recognize the significance of this operation, there should be no more animosity between the followers of the Dendro Archon and those of King Deshret. Everyone's life is equally important.
Okay, you have a deal. Let's do this for our shared dream.
I love the way, like, just like 30 minutes ago, he was like so shell-shocked. And now all of a sudden, he's just like, yeah, our shared dream. The rapid ass change, dude. Why did I go down? They're literally up there.
Wind rises.
Guards!
General Mahamatra! To what do we owe the honor?
Keep your voice down. This is a secret operation. I'm going to arrest a large criminal gang near this location. According to the Academia's Guide and Regulations on Secret Operations, I have the right to ask for the cooperation of Caravan Rebot.
Sino fetched.
Of course. Mahamatra
Good boy.
order is
Go
the
get him.
Academia's order. Just let us know what you need. But who exactly are you planning to arrest, and how many people are you expecting? Depending on the scale of this operation, we may need to report it to our superiors.
They're a squad of Eremites whose number is comparable to Ain el Akhmar in Port Ormos. They're involved in the theft and resale of supplies from the Academia.
As many as Ain el Akhmar? This should definitely be classified as a joint operation.
Then I suggest that you report this to your superiors as soon as possible, and treat it as a top priority desert operation. I will need personnel.
Got it. Please wait a moment. I'll contact them immediately.
Okay. That was easy. Looks so commanding when you're working. Hey, don't give him compliments. Kinda weird. He's so much more friendly to us.
I trust you.
Paimon can't believe you're still in the mood to chat. This whole thing has Paimon scared stiff. Aren't you even a little worried? What if these guards
Look at
already
the audio,
know
man.
that you have betrayed the Academia and are no longer their General Mahamatra? Even if that guard doesn't know, their superiors might, right?
We discussed this, remember?
The Caravan Rebot operation is of great importance. But don't worry, the guards there shouldn't know that Sino has stepped down.
How can you be so sure?
First, The other Matra still don't know why Sino has left, which proves that the Academia has been covering up the matter. Second, this is a crucial moment for the Academia's God creation plan. If something were to happen to the General Mahamatra, it's bound to attract a lot of unwanted attention. No matter how you look at it, they don't seem interested in sharing the news of Sino's departure.
A reasonable inference. I agree.
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction function of the Akasha will affect our operation.
The Akasha is still in operation, so I must remain on high alert. Actually, considering the power of the Akasha, it's quite strange that it hasn't already tried to interfere with my actions.
I've given that a lot of thought. For now, I don't think you'll need to worry. If you remember, when you first came to Aru Village, all your actions and routes were predicted by the Akasha. It even gave that information to those who kidnapped the village keepers. But things like that never happened again after we met up with the Traveler.
That's true. But why?
Look at it from a different angle. Why do you think the Akasha will predict your actions?
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
That's true, but the key to this question is, how well can the Akasha make predictions about a person? Haven't you ever thought about it? Just how can it do this in the first place?
Because the Akasha controls the entirety of Sumeru.
The Academia firmly believes that all human actions can be explained through logic. By sorting and analyzing entered data, the Akasha can derive behavioral logic and predict the actions of those who fit an existing logic model. However, at the risk of sounding like an advocate for fallacies, can everyone truly be considered logical at all times?
No.
Emotions are part of our behavioral
Definitely
logic.
not.
But can you guarantee that every experience of the same joy or pain would be equally intense? How can our feelings and opinions be predictable down to the letter in every single instance? Sino, in the past, you've always worked alone. In the absence of another person who could sway you or your thoughts, the Akasha could produce predictions that were similar to your real-life behavioral principles. Decisive and principled, you were used to solving problems alone. That's why the Akasha could figure you out. But now, you've joined a team. And I believe the Akasha hasn't yet figured out the full composition of it. Our thoughts and logic have intermingled and weaved themselves together to become a complicated, chaotic mess. Any one of us could potentially disagree with another. The Akasha lacks data on these interactions, and it's impossible for it to predict your actions in the future based on your decisions in the past.
Jack, can I just bring up one thing?
There's probably a limit to just how much we can be modeled or controlled by data.
And I just love the way that a lot of us still have like the headpiece on, right? And like they could easily or likely just use that to extract the thoughts, ideas, or even what we're saying to one another. I think there's a couple of holes in this plot, chat.
So, in my opinion...
Just saying, just saying.
Makes sense to me. I agree. The Akasha is not alive, and I don't think we can be completely controlled by something without a mind of its own.
Is that so? I guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate, and people will not be forever trapped by the past.
I'm so glad that this is settled.
Next time, pay attention during our meetings.
Will do.
I'm confident that we can do this.
Just remember to stay vigilant.
I am semi-confident. After what the hell? The good always wins.
General Mahamatra, we were not expecting your presence here. I'm the security officer of the Great Red Sand District. My name is Luxembarbo.
That's one hell of a name, my dude.
This is my assistant, the Traveler. She will be working with me. The construct next to her is for her work.
Beep, construct, beep.
What a great honor to meet you. Your golden hair is as bright as the sun. And, is this the latest technology from the Academia?
Have you made a decision regarding the
Nice to meet you, dude. Dude, this man's trying to rizz me up right now.
It seems to be a dire situation, so of course you will have our full cooperation. To be perfectly honest, I've always longed to go on a mission with someone as well known as yourself.
Trying to rizz up Sino as well, dude. What the hell? Exactly.
Yes.
Take your most elite platoon and follow me to the eastern side of the district.
No.
We will carry out the operation there.
Understood.
Map.
Hurry, bring the map.
God immediately brings over max on a location. I can't, dude. I can't. I give up.
Capture all of them. Any questions about the time or location?
None at all, sir.
Good. See you then.
Yes, sir.
I just can't. I can't read that fast. I barely passed English in high school, chat. But, okay, no, that's a lie. I passed quite easily, but like, damn. Yeah, it does feel pretty good. Well, usually they want to kill us, so...
Academia. And now, we're going to strike back against that massive pillar of power. Get ready. We will move out in 2 days.
As long as it's not 2 real-life days, I don't really care. Mentally appointed day... Wait until the appointed time 2 days from now, okay. Hold on, chat. I'm also just worried we get into like a cutscene or something. And then it just kind of like... You know what I mean. You know, it just ruins it with the audio bugs. I'm hoping if this doesn't fix it, I'll do a full restart, but I think this might just fix it. No worries. The story is getting interesting. I don't know how long Act 5 is going to be exactly. I'm kind of hoping we don't. But then again, I wouldn't really mind facing off against Scaramouche tonight. Although I would have preferred to complete this like tomorrow. We'll see, like I said, we'll see how far we get into this. I have a feeling, I mean, looking at how long the Sumeru story has been so far, I have a feeling that it's gonna take quite some time. So, all good. Yeah. Yeah. Appointed time 1, 2 days. As long as it's not 2 real life days, like all of the quests and stuff that we had to do in Inazuma, I'm happy, dude. It's like whatever. Alright. Okay, our audio is still bugged, chat. Like heavily bugged. Okay, I'm gonna do a full game restart. I need to remember my damn keybinds. Keep forgetting them. So, funny story, chat. My keyboard broke not that long ago. You'll see my... Can't really pull it up any further, right? My keyboard, mechanical keyboard, nice and all that. But the scroll lock and pause button broke, and then F1 and F2 keys, those 4 keys specifically, I believe they're all on the same mainframe in terms of the wiring of the keyboard. I kind of messed it up a little bit, and there was like a bunch more keys and stuff that broke as well. However, for the most part, F1, F2, scroll lock or screen lock, and the pause buttons broke on the keyboard. So my F1 and F2 keys used to be bound for specific keybinds. I think F1 was my record button, and F2 was my main screen. Like this right. F1 was record, F2 was my main screen. This is my main screen right here, right chat? And then F3 was like this cam. So I had to move everything up 2 places. And it's like, you know, muscle memory, right? It's like in my head now that those are the correct keybinds, even though they're not. So I still I like go and hit F3, for instance, to change to full screen or the full cam, because that's what it used to be, but that's actually now my stop and start record button. I just fat thumb the freaking buttons every time. Where now F4 is my main screen instead of F2. It's really confusing. This is a random ass funny story whilst we wait for the game to load up, of course. This storyline has been quite interesting so far, though. Real quick whilst we're learning, I just want to thank everybody who has liked the video so far. Any and all that have subscribed. I can't really see the stats. I don't keep my stat open. Okay, this is so bright. I'm so glad I don't have an OLED display because it would break the LEDs on them with this game. But real quick, just want to thank everyone coming by. Okay, Ashen, much love to you, man, for popping in. Everyone that's liked the video or liked the stream as well, it always helps out. Thank you for that. And yeah, what time is it right now? It's 9:25 in the evening. I'll most likely go for like another 20 minutes. Just see how we progress in this. We've already done domains and everything. The audio should be fine now as well. I say that as the menu, the map zoom bug happens, which I have to go in and then just zoom and then it fixes itself. That's always cool. This right here, these little fly things that are flying around that I always go ahead and capture. The crystal flyers, that's where you get those things for the condensed crystal, condensed resin. I want to check if I have any. I have 3. May as well just pop them in there. I'm not maxed out with that statue. I'm maxed out with Leeway, Inazuma, and Mondstadt, but I'm not maxed out with the Dendro statue. Well, I hope the audio is fixed. I'm not going to restart my whole damn computer. If it's not, it's not, chat. That's just kind of is what it is.
Our helpers have arrived already. Let's hurry over.
Wait a moment.
Okay, the audio is still fucked. Whatever.
It's you.
You're my assistant, remember? Being my assistant,
Yes,
you
I
stay
remember.
with me. Now let's head over there.
It's General Mahamatra and his assistants. We meet
Assistant. I'm on is just food.
You're here early.
It's to show how important we think the operation is. Since this is a big case for the Academia, we are prepared to give it our best.
I'm glad to hear your sense of resolve. Remember, we must capture them alive.
I can see a plot twist coming.
Only leads for the case.
Something bad's gonna happen.
We will be unable to continue the investigation.
Understood.
Everyone! The Eremites are approaching from the west!
Make preparations and be ready for combat.
Alright. I can definitely see a plot twist coming.
Oh? What a warm welcome. What do you want? Judging from those shiny weapons in your hands, it seems like you're not interested in a deal.
Rahman, the Academia has caught wind of your smuggling and illicit sales. If you value your life, I advise you to surrender.
Who are you supposed to be? A Matra from the Academia? I can't believe you came all this way just to catch us.
I'm not here to talk.
Oh, nobody's given me this much time of day since I became a mercenary. Brothers! For that slight, let's wash our blades with their blood. Let's show them we Eremites are not to be messed with.
This is very dangerous what they're doing. Oh well.
Leave it all to... Let me scry.
I get a beat romance ass. Hold on, I'll leave him for last, honestly. Just for being a pain in my backside for the last like 2 hours. Or I can just sit here and watch them beat him up. Or just watch him get his ass whooped. This may take a while, chat. They're struggling a little. And they really be ganging up on him, though. Dude completely missed. That one did. I mean, he's holding his sword up for defense the entire time, but he's really not, you know... He's really not blocking anything. Oh, that was a big boy damage right there. Oh, they got him in a corner now. Oh, the charged up attack didn't work. Oh, that one got him. Okay. Swing and a miss, Raman. You really bad. Charged up attack just completely missed again. I love the way he's hitting them, but he's not doing any damage.
Steady as stone.
One block. Anyways. Let me just show you guys how to do this real quick. And I just one-tapped all of them. As well. Get some free heals in.
Shadows of fate.
Will you just carry the bloom damage? No, he won't.
Let me scry.
Okay. That was kind of funny.
It's over.
The worst fight I've ever seen in my life.
We have subdued them. The operation is now over. All Aramite mercenaries and related personnel in the area have been arrested.
Ah, you pitiful.
I swear I've heard that voice in a, like, that voice actor's voice in an anime several times before.
I'm afraid you'll regret it first.
King Jeshred will curse you, and you will all!
Silence!
Oh,
Heyo.
Restrain them and take them back to Caravan Rebot. Count their numbers and send them to the Academia as instructed by the General Mahamatra.
Yes, sir!
That's the worst fight I've ever watched in my life, chat.
Mahamatra Sino, I will now take my leave. If you need further assistance, please come to Caravan Rebot and ask for me.
Understood. You are dismissed.
There they go.
Let's talk elsewhere.
So they're basically doing a Trojan horse, right?
The plan went really well.
Getting everyone arrested and taking them into the city through that manner, and then breaking them out so they can, like,
yes,
overtake the academia.
That's fantastic. And that punch you gave Ramon there sure looked convincing enough.
I'm sure it was on purpose.
I'll return to Caravan Rebot and oversee the group's transport. I promise. I'll get everyone into Sumeru City safely.
Yeah, they're doing a Trojan.
Yeah, you're the reason why everything
Oldest trick in the book.
It's not the time to celebrate yet. I believe Dia should already be waiting for you. Go join up with her. She will need you to introduce her to Tainari.
Speaking of which, is it really okay for us not to share the full plan with Tainari? What if he'll feel miffed about it and refuse to work with us?
I'm a little worried about that
I
too.
have a very close
Am I?
relationship
I don't
with
think so.
Tainari. Given how well we know each other, I believe my message alone should be enough to bring him to our side. He knows I won't make jokes about things like this. If we need help, Tainari is the best option. Get ready for the next phase of the plan. Don't keep them waiting.
Alright. Oof. Chat, my back is off, I'm not gonna lie. The quest in Genshin is so long, man. It's crazy.
Too slow.
Okay, I think honestly, after this next, like, run through of dialogue or whatever, I think I'm gonna end there for today and carry on tomorrow night.
It's about time. Didn't you say our part of the plan is the most important of all? And here you come rolling in late. In the time it took you to get here, I already did 5 laps around the place, downed 7 drinks, and even did some clothes shopping.
Sorry. We didn't mean to keep
Damn.
you waiting.
I just wanted to fix your attitude and rub it in a little. After all, you took your sweet time getting here, and we've got important stuff to take care of.
Sorry, the situation was a bit tricky.
I just like seeing that serious look on your face. Alright, I'll stop. All joking aside, I'm glad you're here. Let's get moving and take care of this as soon as possible.
But where should we start?
Our responsibility is to get a status update on the Fatui Harbinger known as the Doctor. We need to make sure he won't get in our way when we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. Dealing with an institution that controls all of Sumeru is already hard enough. If the Doctor were to crash the party, it would be next to impossible for us to achieve our goals.
Yeah, we sure don't want him showing up. Ooh, he really gives Paimon the creeps.
Right? Hearing his name just reminds me of those stuffy old geezers in the academia. I'd rather not have to deal with someone like that.
So what should we do, Miss Dale?
According to the plan, we should first go to Pardis DI and ask for Forest Watcher Tainari. If all Hatham and Sino's sources are solid, then we can be sure that Tainari still has the Academia's trust. So, we'll find Tainari and convince him to get us the latest intel on the Doctor. Then, depending on what we learn, we'll make any necessary adjustments to our plan. The sages have placed spies everywhere on the other side of the wall. I'll follow you as a bodyguard.
I didn't expect you to become my bodyguard. Yeah, I really didn't expect that one.
You should be honored. I don't offer my services.
Not that I need it, but okay. Damn, okay, I'm flattered.
I thought that mercenaries would do anything for Mora.
That's certainly true. But when multiple employers are vying for your services, you should always go with the best offer. Let's see. If I were to charge you a bill, I guess I can apply a discount.
How much more do you want? I was not sure we can afford
We can easily afford it. I don't need a bodyguard though.
How much do I want? Hey, how about paying me with a smile? What do you say?
Aww.
I haven't seen you smiling much recently. If you ask me,
Bro, she trying to rizz us up, bro. She trying to rizz us up, bro. 100%, dude.
Come on, give me a smile so that I can be less worried.
Yeah, there it is.
Looking good. I hope this pretty smile will become our lucky charm. There are many kinds of smiles, but only a truly joyous one can bring blessings to others. Let's consider this smile a down payment for our future victory. Let's go. It's time to pay a visit to
She legit trying to rizz us up right now. It's crazy, dude. You pay extra for Candace bodyguard. Listen, man. Okay, listen, bro. Yes, but no. So I'll go there, okay? I only met Candace today, alright? The first thing I did was, because my friend mentioned Candace, the first thing I did was make a Candace dick fit in your mouth joke. So, I think it's a bit too rushed. Although I still stick by my by my statement from earlier in the stream. Alright, chat. What do you think? We're 3.5 hours into the stream. And I'm worried it's about to get really lengthy. You think we should end it here, chat? We're about to talk to Tainari. Then go see the doctor and then advance into Sumeru. As long as things go that way.
There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy silence.
What do you figure, chat? If I can carry on a little bit. Right. Although I feel this may become a bit lengthy right now. Made a lot of good progress tonight, though. As your plan progresses, more and more preparations have been done for the important day. However, it does not seem the process as smooth as it can be. Doctor is probably a Scaramouche fight. No, the Doctor is the Doctor is the dude that's making Scaramouche. I believe the Scaramouche fight is when we're gonna go have to save the lesser god. That's most likely what that's gonna be. When we go save her, then we have to fight Scaramouche to get to the lesser god. So I think it's probably going to be the Doctor, then the infiltration, and then the god, depending on or the Scaramouche fight, whichever way you put it. I can actually Google it right now. Let's see how much is left. Alright, chat, let's see. Also, the flame, yeah, the kelper flame rises. Okay, so this is where we're gonna fight off against Scaramouche. We know that much, right? Free the pre-dawn night. Okay, so these are all of the ones. As by God, I do. There's still a lot. Okay, so we did the first part. Now we buy as a god's thing. Okay, so we literally like meter of Daya and whatever, find Ignari. Then we're gonna follow Daya to the Doctor, go to East Docks, sneak behind the Fatui soldiers, walk in, etc., etc. Wait until okay, go to the Grand Bazaar. This is the everlasting Lord Scaramouche. Okay. Holy crap. This may be a long one, chat. So the Scaramouche boss fight comes within part 4 of Act 5. We are currently at part 2. Early stages of part 2. Alright, chat. This is the thing. I think, firstly, I'm going to end it off there for today. There's still a lot to go. A lot of what I'm reading here is basically tedious work, like build-up work towards the big infiltration. We're going to follow Daya now to track the Doctor, then go to the East Docks, then sneak behind the Fatui, hide in whatever, return to Paradis, defeat the attack in Fatui, check in on Technari and Daya, wait until a certain time, and then go to the Grand Bazaar. It only really, as far as I can tell, gets interesting in part 3, where we first find Nahida and we connect to Nahida's consciousness. And after we do that, we go and fight Scaramouche. So I think I'm going to end it off there, and we just quickly zoom through the rest tomorrow night until the Scaramouche boss fight, which is of course the main goal. So I think that's the plan. Because this that we're busy with right now, as by a God's side, is going to be the lengthy part. And then the other 2 parts seem like they're going to be a lot faster, depending on how it goes. So we made a lot of good progress though. Although, you know, chat, it's mostly just dialogue. Tons and tons of dialogue. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. The funny thing, chat, is I bought Modern Warfare 3 because the beta is coming out like midway through next month. And I'm definitely going to be streaming and playing and making content on that. But the way they did it, right? If I go over to Steam real quick. The way they did it, in terms of like what it's called right here, it's just labeled Call of Duty. And when I load into this version of Call of Duty, it takes me back to Modern Warfare 2. Because it's got the play button. It takes me back to Modern Warfare 2. I nearly shut myself. I was so scared that I bought Modern Warfare 2 for a second time on a different platform. Because the other platform I bought it on was Battle.net. But Battle.net is more pricey than Steam. So I just bought it on Steam. But it is actually Modern Warfare 3. I was so scared, chat. I'm not even gonna lie. But that is cleared out the way. That's fine. So yeah. We will continue with this tomorrow. Alright. I don't know. Depending on what I do tomorrow, if I have time, I might just go through the more tedious things up until I get to the point of actually, you know, get into the more interesting things. Because as far as what I can see, a lot of it's tedious, and I'll just break it down on tomorrow night's stream. Because again, we're not really doing this for the playthrough. I'm too far in and too far past everything to be making full-on playthroughs for Genshin. I'm just having fun because I'm invested in it. Alright, chat. But I'm not going to just like skip through an entire Archon quest and just go over to the next one. I won't do that. But I'm not doing a full-on playthrough, so I'm sure you guys will understand. But again, it depends. We might just carry on from where we're leaving off now tonight. Tomorrow. All of that aside, okay, chat, I'd like to thank you all for coming out and watching. I'm exhausted, to be completely honest with you. Got a lot of things to do tomorrow. Some editing, some recording, and setting up for more streaming. You know, I'm getting back into the swing of things of recording. Yeah, just content creation as a whole. And a big thing is streaming, obviously. I'm not used to doing this. My throat feels dry as fuck. I forget how much, like, stuff I usually drink. Because, you know, recording is one thing. It's for a short amount of time. And then it's kind of just done. But when you're streaming, you're, like, talking consistently. F-Card Genshin is what I'm here for, lady. Okay, dude, my bad. Although I am more of a card player than Genshin, but I'm just because new card is coming out or something, it doesn't mean I'm just gonna give up on Genshin, obviously. My bad, dude. I guess I'll just see you on the Genshin streams then. But yeah, chat. Okay. You know, 4.5 hours on Saturday. Sunday is always my day off. Nearly 4 hours tonight as well. I don't think it's bad. I think it's good progress. As long as you can keep it up for the rest of the week, as long as all things run smoothly, I think that's really good progress. Alright, chat. Much love to all of you all, though. I really appreciate you coming by. I hope to see you all again tomorrow. Okay. Until then, stay safe. Much love. Have a great evening, day, morning further. Alright. Whatever time it may be by you. And until tomorrow. All right, chat. Have a good one. Peace.